kas me eeldame seda, et keegi kavatseb seda järele ka vaadata, ma ei usu eriti, et me võime ju
No ma mõtlesin selle Thinkingu lehele panna nagu.
ehk siis isegi kui on ainult eestlased, siis ikkagi räägime inglise keeles.
Noh, vaatame. Selles suhtes, et
kuigi
lätlased
kes
on
siis sealt Thinkingu lehelt ikka vaatab, kes ei ole eestlane, nii et selle nurga alt nagu.
jah, ma igatahes peaks nüüd laivis olema. Selle võib mingi muu seadmega üle kontrollida.
Tere!
See asi ei tohiks mul streamis näidata, kui ma tahan. Mis oli mingi see oli vist äpiga. Okei. Tundub, et mingi audio tuleb läbi. Nii. Tahtsin vaadata ka selle, et kas Monksbeti logo, ideaalselt näha. Ja siis ma jätsin täna varuks ühe selle Total Pointsi. Vaatame, kuidas see siin välja näeb, kas kõik muud asjad on õigesti.
Loe seda siit sellest sõnumist vaatas. Nüüd Tõnno alati mainitab nende väljaütavast mingi pluss CV
Tundub, et oleme laivis. Cool. Ma võin teada kanda tegelikult.
Väga hea heli on. Uhke vidin või?
Ei, see oli üsna basic. Ma arvan, et on tegelikult mitte liiga hea, sest ta ei filtreeri välja taustamüra, et uhkemad mikrid teevad seda. Aga vaatame. Ma panen siia ka, et praegu on ainult ma ise olen viewer. Okei, seda mul ei ole vaja. See võib siin lahti olla. Ma ei tea, tundub, et on suht ilusti üles
seal on päris huvitavad Messengeri chatid siin. Torsotiigrid ja
see on meil hea, võin näidata sulle. Meil luuleklubi on sellest, et kui vahel üle laseme, siis teeme väikseid luuletusi üksteisele motiveerivaid. Nii.
Kes meil seal täna siis madistavad või on rohkem kui üks laud või? Või noh, selles mõttes üks matš?
Mis mõttes?
No mingi, ma saan aru, et mingisuguse asja finaal on või?
Jaa, see on 50 jagu Total Pointsi või Match Pointsi tähendab.
Ahaa.
Jaa, roboti vastu.
Ahaa.
Ehk siis ma lihtsalt valisin selle aja, et oleks nagu nädalavahetusel on turniir ja homme õhtul ma ka ei saa. Nii et ma üritasin ta võimalikult hiliseks jätta, et jumala eest selle streamiga ei lekiks andmeid.
Okei. Ma täitsa mõtlesin, et me hakkame mingisugust kellegi seda Woographi vaatama midagi, aga see sobib väga hästi.
Ja ma hakkan ise mängima.
Siis saab ju veel sujuvamalt asju teha. Muidu on see, et keegi mõtleb seal 5 minti, siis pead niisama fillereid panema.
Jaa. See on kui keegi, siis mina mõtlen 5 minti. Okay. We have more viewers and we should switch to English now.
Do we have a chat? Can we see who joined?
Well, if people chat in the chat, then yes.
probably some Turkish guy.
Let's see from where we have
Barely
stuff.
started, but already losing the bidding.
This is just random total points. It does not matter. But it helps warm up the wrist for playing good cards.
Warming up the wrist is important for many actions. Activities, one might say.
That's how it is. Should have given a rough. Seems nobody wants to chat in the stream chat. Too many chances for slam.
I'm pretty sure my brain needs a longer warm-up than your wrist.
That's fine. And the warm-up is in your glass.
Yeah.
Let's try 4 hearts. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Mm-hmm. Roughing a spade probably won't work, but he only had the ace jack. I can always do this move for what? Okay. I see. What? Aha. Oh. King of Diamonds is not on side. Interesting hand.
Interesting hand, huh?
Well,
By the way, what show us the meaning of 3 clubs here?
my free clubs?
Yeah. Oh wait.
Just
Ah,
forcing.
Never mind.
Oh, you hear? It's just Q support.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not game forcing.
No.
To know would be natural or what?
Yes. I mean, it's a nice hand to do.
One might think that I know these things by now, but nope. Actually, I haven't played a single board in BBO for quite some time. So it looks like we have Upo in the chat.
Oma, das Riks. That, I wonder if that's Rico. Probably. Hello, Rico.
Maybe it's the same as in Kahoot that you're never allowed to enter with your own name. So Raiko just went ahead and registered the user with Rico's name.
I'm just clicking buttons. This board seems kind of irrelevant. What I do in life.
So wait, tell me more about this competition in general. So you needed to qualify at first and then, or what?
Yes. So during September there were.
Was this the same thing that Tunno participated for, like 2,000 euros worth of tournaments, right?
Well, probably less, but I also sunk like $200 BBO dollars.
200, huh?
Yep. Or like actually 200 euros, which would be a bit more in BBO dollars. Not 2,000. 1850. Yes. So basically throughout September there were 4 tournaments a day, each being 12 boards. And what eventually counted was your 10 best scores, and it was match points. So I think you needed something like 65% to qualify, or probably less, for the top 500. And then throughout October there were 3 tournaments a day, also all of them being 12 boards, also needing 10 best scores, and you needed to be in top 100, and there you needed an average of like 65. So yeah, it was quite many tournaments.
So this is like we're talking now 2 separate phases already.
Yes.
So you
yes.
first qualified to phase number 2 and then
Yes.
proceeded to qualify from there, and now you will have some sort of whatever final.
Yep. So the first one only, well, top 500 qualified, so that wasn't too difficult. For the second one, for most of the time I was actually trailing by quite a bit. But I managed in the last week
I
to
like
get...
how you just like autopilot preserved 7 of diamonds, not even thinking about it.
Yes.
Probably you were like looking elsewhere.
Yes, I mean, of course. Well, I mean, my big consideration was when I played the 9 of diamonds, then I would want to play the 6, but that would block the diamonds.
But you have to like also shake your hand, right? Or how does it work with the 69?
I'm speaking in English mostly because there may also be some Latvian friends who I invited to join, and then they might also be interested in what I have to say, or maybe not. We'll see.
Yeah, let me rephrase that. They are probably not interested, but we will also force them to understand.
It might be more useful if we just spoke in Estonian, but then again, maybe we want to share it more internationally. Then again, if I win, then I won't be sharing anything because it's not allowed to stream this tournament. Okay, so that was a good total point score, I would say. 5 games for us, 2 for them. That should be like $3. And of course I told my parents this is ongoing, so there will be 2 more viewers definitely incoming at some point. And yeah, Adrian said he might join in.
So actually,
I spoke to him today a bit, so yeah.
he's alive.
He is alive and well. But
Are you sure he's well?
well, he is alive, and
Are you sure he's alive?
probably. He is playing on BBO, so that's why I figured that I can chat with him in BBO. He's on a detox from other things. But well, it's 7 o'clock and we are, I guess, ready to start. Then again, I haven't had much singleton, so that might not fare well. But I did even get a private message from probably who is a BBO moderator, or maybe it was an automated one that...
Can you show it to the chat, or how does it... Oh, you
they see it. They see
yeah.
the whole BBO window.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
So yeah. Alright. Well, very unceremonious. I am a member of my national bridge federation, but we don't really have player numbers, so I guess I can put okay. Okay, and we can get started. Ooh, I'm not nervous at all. Okay, well that's easy one, no Trump. Okay, What's going on here? I have 3 clubs, probably 5 diamonds and 3 hearts. There's a chance to get 4 hearts if he underlet the queen and they don't crack the spades, or spades maybe favorably. And this is first good news. Let's try the clubs. Let's try more clubs. Okay. Now.
Indeed.
Don't really have much to do in this board. Then again, if diamonds don't break, then we might not be so happy about life. But if diamonds do break, then I have a sure 11, and if for some god reason he had the 3rd queen, then I can take 12. So let's start like that. Oh, well, diamonds I guess are breaking, and if 4 diamonds are in west, then that increases the chances that he did underlead a 3rd queen of hearts.
Well, it's not like you can do anything more.
Yep. Well, I mean,
Cool
good
beans.
thing that I didn't play a spade, which would have resulted in losing 3 tricks. So first board, well, I have my faces on where the boards are, so you won't be really seeing a replay, but that's not really that relevant anyway. Okay, and this is not a best hand tournament.
So already 5 viewers.
Oh,
So far everyone Estonian, yeah?
most likely. Kunakaarte saa. Well, this hand is just absolute garbage. And the question is, what is the field doing? The field is probably bidding 3-0, just because it's against robots. And it's most likely on something like a finesse or some good split, because I don't see how else 3-0 could really be any better.
And their system is just casual 17-18 balanced, right?
18-19.
18-19. Oh,
Yes.
yeah, sure.
So if I want to play with win more tactic, I should bid 3-0, because, well, if you want to win more, bid and make games, but it's actually a bit tricky. Like playing on autopilot or playing imps, I would just bid 3-0 pretty much instantly,
in
but
games you have no choice really. Yeah.
but since my hearts are so crappy, but then again, if I would rather like lose this second board with a bold move rather than a cowardly move, because it's better to go down in a contract where you were courageous than bid 2-0 and then take 10 tricks. So I think I'm gonna bid 3. Not much else to do. Okay. So, what's the situation? It's unlikely I'm getting 3 hard tricks, but it's possible the spades are properly stopped and there are chances to take 4 club tricks, but I would need 2 entries. Now, what would be a wise move on this board? If the opponents crack spades, then I will have a spade trick, 2 hearts. Like, let's suppose I duck the heart and they switch to a spade. So if the club finesse is not on, then they will take the spades and they will also have the heart trick and everything is bad. I have an extra chance to take the first heart, but I would take it in hand and I would lead a small diamond to develop the diamond split option, and then it might not still be fully clear as to what's going on. But yeah, I can't really afford taking in hand, or actually in dummy. This is the hand. Huh. I have a feeling that I should take it in hand and lead 8 of diamonds, because obviously I can't play the 7. 9 demands a 6, obviously. Crack the spades, just as
Oh, wow.
I'm actually not sure how good that is for me, because there's a good chance that this opponent still has like an ace. And the question is, how do I crack the clubs now? I guess my only option... Well, I can duck a heart. That's fine. Oh, 6-9 again. And the club. Well, that's not good.
That was to be expected in a sense. Oh, wow. What are those things happening here? This is so weird.
This is weird. Okay.
How come you...
But I mean, I am making it now. Okay, so the queen of spades was there. Can't take the last one with the 7 of diamonds. But it's good that we were bold and bid it, and that's... Wow. That was a nice way for the 9 to take a trick.
That's crazy, yeah. What was this? Like, what a switch.
What they switch indeed, right? But yeah, 4th king of clubs, what I was afraid of, but thankfully robots came to assistance and led clubs themselves. Now, what do we do with this hand? Well, pass would be one option, 2 diamonds is one option, but I like 3 diamonds better. If you've seen the Top Gear meme, then like, this is great,
Yeah.
but I like this better. And generally partner never has any good support, but... So it leads me to believe I should lead the spade.
How did the bots behave here? If he actually had like a reasonable amount of diamonds, he would very often jump to 5?
Yes, occasionally you miss 3 no trump because they jump to 5 diamonds and then you take 11 top tricks. So that is kind of a shitty situation.
The description says that you have 7 or 6?
7.
Okay.
They are expecting.
And they actually expect 7.
They almost never bid 3 no trump. Even with like support and all the suits covered. Like even if he had 4 triple free with like 3rd king of diamonds and all the suits stopped, it would just bid 5 diamonds, which is kind of stupid. It's one of the risks of bidding 3 diamonds. But then again, you need to take some risks. Let's go with, I think I like 9 of spades. Because I'm afraid of developing a diamond trick, like if he has a singleton and dummy has a king or whatever, I'm not really afraid of there being very long spades anywhere. And other suits I have blocked, so... Yep. Well, dummy showed up with the queen. I'm expecting partner to have a 3rd diamond. Aha. And he already pitched 1. Well, that is very interesting. Opponent has 1 pitch on a club and he has 2 diamonds at most. But then again, if partner had like a doubleton, or like if he had a doubleton diamond king, then, and I draw the ace of diamonds, then he might get a spade discard. Like for example, if his hand is 6 hearts, 2 diamonds, 2 spades, 3 clubs. I have a feeling I need to lead another spade. Oh, well, I mean,
Wow.
that feeling was correct. But now I'm worried he might have 6-5 in the black suits, which he can develop. He can't develop enough. I see. So 5-5. We know he had 0 spades. He had 6 hearts. He has probably 5 clubs, so 2 diamonds. Oh yeah, leading the diamond can't hurt. Wait, what? What did I miscount? But the clubs were all winners anyway, so I think not much to do here other than be in a diamond preempt. The only bid that I made that gave us a chance to be in a diamond preempt. Okay, that's an instant Reno, 4 spades, fair enough. 10. King, Jack, 9 are up. So there's a chance it's from 10-9 small. other combinations don't really...
I'm actually impressed by the fact that there's no problem for the robot to bid 4 hearts there. Like, I like it, but still, like,
Yes.
that could have sometimes ended up as a complete disaster. Like, if some suits are not splitting, then you're just not taking any tricks.
Yep. I think here I need to cover no matter what, and then I always lose 2 like if he has 10-9 small in diamonds, then he has king jack and I need to play for the drop, but if he has now king jack 9 small, then eventually I can give out 2 diamond tricks. So I think the correct play is to cover. I think I want to grab this one first and play the 609. Okay, so with
I like
diamonds,
how you always emphasize those things. Play the 6 under the 9.
yes,
The most important aspects of bridge.
okay, so I was always losing 2 diamond tricks. Wait, am I stupid? If he leads another club now. But I didn't really have the tempo to do everything right. Except I killed my own tempo.
Sort of.
Yeah, because I don't need to draw all the trumps.
You don't need to
But I
take
mean...
the ace of clubs. You're always in a heart case.
Well, yes, but if I have already pitched a heart, there's a higher chance that they will jump with the ace. And I've seen robots duck the queen in these situations, or like duck the ace in these situations.
That's what I mean. Like, you haven't pitched the heart when you haven't taken the ace of clubs.
Yes.
Oh wait, sorry.
Yeah. So that's when I can misguess hearts. So then that way I lose 2 hearts and 2 diamonds. I also had the small problem of maybe not being...
But you're never losing more than 2 hearts.
Yes, but I also lose 2 diamonds always. So that's 4 tricks. By throwing a heart, I gave them a chance to jump with the ace. Because right now I could have easily misguessed. And I know that robots don't always jump with the ace in this situation. But yeah, maybe I rushed it with the ace of clubs. Then again, if the hand with ace of hearts here had only 4 clubs, everything would also be good. So it had a chance of like making the robots help me with the guess, but also that there's just a fair chance. This time, Prime Rico. Oh well. 6 hearts, what happened? Diamond shortness, spade Q. I mean...
So, how many accounts did Raigo have to register to be able to enter the chat?
Probably 7.
3rd attempt and still his own name.
Don't tell me partner had the king of spades. It wouldn't have mattered because he has the pitches and clubs if we...
He has bitches?
Yes, he can pitch a diamond and a spade on the clubs if I lead a spade, so couldn't really do much, I think. Against robots, if you can preempt 3 diamonds, preempt 3 diamonds. That's just something that works. Doesn't look to be a very interesting board for me. Partner pitched Jack of Spades. Interesting. And he underlaid the Ace of Diamonds and the King of Diamonds. What? Well, partner will take the trick now. Oops. Oh, well, he had that ace. Interesting board. It's funny, from east it's 4 tricks and from west it's 10 tricks. Partner casually under leading fourth, ace king of diamonds. Funny hand. I wonder what happens if I don't preempt 3 diamonds. But if I do 2, probably double, or maybe just 3 no trump. Probably double, 2 hearts, 3 no. Not much to do in life.
So we going at this pace, 7-17 right now. 6 boards, that's like, what is it?
Well,
Like 50 boards, yeah?
Well, it depends on...
It's like 2.5 hours.
Well, that's about what
If we're being conservative.
I mean, depends on how many non-thinking boards there are. Like in this board, I have nothing to do. Simply because all the plays are just forced. It's like in chess, if your opponent gives you a check and you only have one place to go with your king, then you don't really need to think about it.
I would have to.
So let's see. That's an interesting spot. I could... 2 spades would be a bit too weak. But I could also start with the double, but the robot would not imagine me with spade support. So it feels most practical to just bid 3 diamonds. And now, oh, I can bid 3 hearts on the way there. And robot still bids 3 spades. I see.
Let's show the thing again. Way
1
too
diamond.
fast. What's the double? Oh, okay.
Just random showing diamonds double and
some extra diamonds are values.
partner has an amazing 1 spade overcall, of course. I don't think I'm making this contract. Huh. He had this.
Is there a possibility to bet on you not making the contract on MonksBet maybe?
The classic BBO claim and then claim 1 less because 1 trump is outstanding. Actually, minus 100. I think 3 spades is reasonable.
It's like you have given away 5 tricks and then in MonksBet you casually have this option to bet. No, he's still making 1 to 10. We're accepting all your money.
So here I definitely want to preempt with 3 clubs. Partner's double is absolutely it means absolutely nothing, but I mean, nice, right? Like, yeah, let's double clubs. I have values in there.
He at least have like, oh, he had the jack. I mean,
he had a 4th jack, that is true, but you know, they never have values in your suit. And another pointless board.
yeah, but that's just a general sort of quality of any partner, right?
Yes. That's a classic 1-0 opening. I mean, I have a 5-4. I always upgrade those. What bad things can happen to me? This is interesting. If he led from the Jack 10-9.
Sorry, can you show me the bidding again? I wasn't able to.
Just 1 no trump, 1 suit, bid your suit. I
Okay.
doubled for penalty. He has spades and partner bid diamonds.
Just for all the viewers, like whenever I just lose myself thinking my own thoughts for like 3 seconds, then like 2 boards have passed.
Yes.
This lead start like it almost reminds me of one situation I had at probably like Europeans or something for youth, and I was holding Jack 10-9-7, opening lead Jack, gave opponent a trick. Like seriously, they finessed my Jack 10-9 after that, and it looked very similar.
Well,
Or was it actually the
yes,
same?
it's Jack 10-9-7.
I mean, maybe it's the same board, you know?
Maybe. Well,
Just
I
like-
know a sure club finesse, so I'm
It's
just gonna...
starting to feel like when we were like you and Melis were commenting, and I was the operator
Mm-hmm.
was looking at one board like, this looks oddly familiar from this one tournament, and then later on Raul tells us like, yep, these are the boards from that tournament. I'm like, impressive.
Oh yeah, it turns out the Heart Finesse was also on, but considering the bidding, I was.
He had Jack 10-9, 6.
Fine, sorry.
Well, maybe they just changed the
Yeah,
few cards so
yeah,
it would.
But yeah, I mean, there was a good chance that the Ace of Hearts was offside, so I had to rely on the club, and so I'm happy. And opponents can make 4 spades, obviously. I wonder what happens if I open a normal 1 diamond, so that's like a 1 spade overcall. Partner probably doubles.
How on earth did the opponents give up that easily?
Because I don't know how this hand can't bid spades, but yeah, that's
I
why I
mean,
also won no trump.
They sort of both had massive hands,
Yeah.
in a sense.
Well, I mean, this hand is.
It also
Good,
screams just spades, to be honest, but
But if partner has a singleton, you might be in trouble. Like this hand probably doesn't have a good action.
I'm not a fan of showing majors with that, I think so, at least.
Well,
Like,
it's
especially
he
if
showed
you-
one suitor.
Oh, he showed one suitor.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I sort of automatically thought
Yeah,
that
yeah,
he showed both
Yeah.
majors.
2 clubs was a 1 suitor.
Yeah, sure,
This was
couple
like
like
pass
that.
correct, and this showed
Okay,
spades, and
this-
this hand just gives up. Like we have a 10 card fit, nothing to do here.
Bots do have a way of showing majors with like 2 diamonds or something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, let's hope he
Another
passes.
thing that I'm pretty sure
Hmm.
I should know by now, like having played the game for half my
Well,
life. that-
if you look, it just came up. Campaletti majors, 2 diamonds.
Oh yeah, but I mean exactly like it should be like automatic that okay, Cappelletti, what's majors? It's 2 diamonds or something, but like I never know those things by
Well,
heart.
What should I do in this situation? Because I just pushed into game for whatever reason, and technically I should double, but then again, if other people don't open a no trump and they reach game anyway, like if it goes 1 club, 2 clubs, and they bid 4 spades, then actually a lot of people might be in 4 spades. So I might not want to double it, even though I do have some extra information. I am expecting this hand to have a singleton heart. I mean, normal people would have a singleton heart here. Normal people also probably wouldn't bid that way. Let's see.
It's a very
Oh.
bizarre situation.
I see. Partner had 6 clubs, and this hand had a void. That definitely makes things. And he had 6 spades and a void.
That's one 4 club bid. You're,
I see.
wait a minute, but
I see. So he had to.
wait, but could they still have raised it to game without your bid? What was the exact option?
Well, no, I could have passed out 3 spades, and then it
Oh,
would
yeah,
have
you
been
had
pass,
the
pass,
option,
pass. But like, if you look at the bidding, like this hand did not manage to bid 4 spades instantly. Like, just the things that the robots do,
Jesus
right?
Christ. I mean, they had just 6 spades from the top.
And well, yeah, I mean, he finessed into the singleton king, which is fair, but.
I mean, yeah, from his perspective, it makes sense.
Well, from his perspective, he should play the queen.
He didn't?
I don't. Oh, he did, yeah.
At least
Good
I gave him that much credit.
Yeah, good try. Yeah, and the optimal contract was to be in club preempt 4 off. So 5 clubs actually would have been only 2 off. But I have a feeling that robot would have bid 5 spades, and
You know,
that I would have doubled. So.
Yeah, exactly. The worst part is that you will start at some point doubling like slam
Yes.
slam contract on lower levels.
Oh, what the fuck's going on here? So partner just shows 18, 19, and I have a solid 5 card suit. That's a definite 3-no bid, and obviously partner has nothing.
You know, regarding this, me not knowing what Cappelletti exactly means, or you know what the specific bits show, it always relates to the part when you're somewhere abroad and then like someone makes an opening lead and you're asking like, so how do you lead? And they go standard. I'm like, so what's standard? You know, standard. Then we go back and forth for like 10 minutes and turns out he doesn't know himself.
It's a very good answer to say if someone asks about like what does it mean. It's standard, and like
Oh my god, it just reminded me of how in Norway, like, this Helgamot did this, like, made an opening lead, and I shit you not, I asked him, like, 4 times, sort of in a different way, and in the end, I just basically straight up asked him, like, so, can this card basically have, like, a higher card? And he was like, "Mm." So I interpreted that, no, it cannot, or something like that. Just, like, it was a disaster. Called the director, and the director was like, "Mm, I can go screw myself," and like
Yeah.
the top player gets his score, and you just like move on with your life.
Yep.
I was very pissed off. Like probably it's in top 3 or top 5 in all my life how pissed off I have been. In tournament bridge probably like top 1, like, but other times maybe it's like in a drunken rubber or something. It almost doesn't count in that sense because you're mostly pissed off just because you're drunk, not because of the game itself or your partner.
Yes, but let's come back to this contract for a moment. So opponent bid 2 spades.
Brief moment.
Honest robots always have 6. But if the club finesse is not on and he plays another spade, and now the diamond finesse is not on, it may be tricky. The diamond finesse is more likely to be on, but well, it was on, but there was
That's a
nothing I
problem.
could have done about that.
That's a problem.
It actually isn't. I just need to give 1 diamond there. I can duck this card.
Could he not have taken it? Or maybe, I don't know if it makes sense, but
Can I duck this card? Is there some sort of squeeze option? I mean, I can always duck it. If he doesn't take it, I lead a spade and then give him a diamond, so it doesn't
what
really
if
matter.
club double finesse is on?
Not counting.
You're not gonna go for it?
Not really. So this is the place where you should look at all the discards in real life. But the club finesse was on.
This is also the place where I always miscount cards when someone shows out, like on first round. I have made like a countless amount of mistakes in this regard.
Countless. Because you said where you lose count, and it's
Oh.
a countless amount of
That's a pun.
mistakes.
I don't know if it's just like a.
I think we
huge-
just probably lost like half the viewers.
Is it like a me thing, or is it like common for other players too to have issues with counting the suits whenever someone has a void?
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
And I'm not just talking about the spots where someone like instantly roughs, which is ironically not that bad, or at least then I don't usually hopefully lose count of the trump itself, but I will lose count of the suit
Yeah.
which was roughed
Yep.
for whatever reason.
Yep. It can happen because in the first round you're always expecting it to be like a full trick of the suit, and then it's
Yeah.
like, wait, what happened?
Or some sort of a bizarre.
So this is easy 2 clubs bid because I
I
have
have a massive hand.
I have a massive hand, only 8 points, but it's aces and aces win
What is
races.
4 clubs, like some sort of a distributional.
Should I make a Q or should I just
Are you
bid
sure
down?
he will interpret it as a Q?
Yeah, it says it will be a Q bid.
I
but-
don't trust those things.
Oh yeah. The problem is that this hand didn't support, and if I'm thinking like he has 10, he has 15, I have 8, so this hand has 7, which means that partner probably has 2 hearts. So slam is not good. If I knew a heart singleton, I would probably.
Yeah, but the East can easily have 6 hearts, you know.
I mean, that is also very true, and it seems that slam has her.
And you actually are making slam.
What do you mean?
Show your trick-taking ability. Wait, is there actually... So you need 3 roughs. Is that what they're saying the problem is?
Well,
I mean, it's kind of
yeah.
reasonable not to accept the claim.
Oh yeah, I mean that hand had 16, I had 8. So chances for extra trick, spade finesse, but that's probably off. Third, queen of diamonds. I would imagine that this hand had a singleton club and 6 hearts based on the bidding so far. So it's most likely looking like he has 3 spades and 3 diamonds. But is there a safe way for me to test everything?
There's not 100% safe way, but I'm pretty sure you're taking all the tricks.
Yeah, well, let's do this operation first. Then I can try this, which should be pretty safe. And then I can try this, which did not amount to an extra trick. Hearts were actually like this. But I would imagine that spade. Now there's a question of, did he start with 5 hearts, singleton club?
Wait, how
4
many
diamond.
spades are you already, have you
Oh, but
counted? Because king of spades is still
King
up
of
there
spades
and
is
it's
still
in
up.
it's in East hand almost for sure.
It is, but he played jack last round, which means he can have king jack 10 or king 10. If he had 4 spades to start with, that would mean he also had 3 diamonds. If he had 3 spades to start with, that would mean he had 4 diamonds, but in any case the diamond ruff seems
Yeah,
safe.
it seems, but they're...
Yeah.
And why did they not accept the claim? I mean, come on.
Yeah, obviously.
Anything worked.
Yeah, except we didn't bid 6 clubs, because I was afraid of the heart being doubleton. But the points were, partner had the queen singleton.
I mean, to be fair, actually, partner's hand is not that sort of pretty, and
It is not,
and
like,
6 was still making, so... I mean, I'm putting like...
but I mean, this explanation shows he has at least 3, and right now he had 4, which kind of changes the dynamic
that
here.
3 sounds like bullshit.
It's not. Let's try one more try. Oh,
I mean,
okay.
I think your first idea of making a cubit seemed reasonable, but your partner should still sort of cool off, because looking at his hand, it's like
Yeah.
nothing spectacular.
Well, he can give me a heart cue. Like, I mean, a heart cue isn't saying we're gonna go to slam, but it's still like, well, he also has the singleton.
Yeah, there's this discussion about whether he's actually obliged to give you a hard cue there.
I mean, logically, I would really like him to bid like 3 hearts in this position to just show this exact hand. Like, it's a perfect splinter. He has control in all the other suits and the singleton. Like, if this was a small heart,
and
it's
he's super happy to be in 3-0 in the end also.
yes. So I
that's-
think
4
if he
clubs
had
is
bid
just a
3
weird
hearts
bid.
here, 3 hearts here, I would bid 6 clubs instantly. But with this information, like, I know 4 diamonds might make them go overboard, and if I just lose like 2 hearts or maybe a heart and some spade off the top because I don't have good discards. Anyway, not that good. But here is
like, just stick with that board for a moment. Like, actually, I feel like 4 clubs is almost an overbid with this specific hand with only like 4-4-4-1. I would expect to have like a longer diamond holding with some trick taking potential. And in
Probably.
that sense, I feel like his hand is almost like shite.
But I mean, it's robot, so I mean, yeah. If you think about like how would normal people bid it in a natural system with really no agreements, because this is basically what this is, right? Like normal natural with no agreements. I think like anyone should be able to figure 3 hearts out here. Like,
that's true, especially like because this hand is just worse than 4 clubs. But I think after seeing this 4 clubs, of course you have way more experience with robots. Like, I was just looking at from a human perspective, and I felt like I'm like almost instantly gonna be in a slam.
Yeah, me too.
Or at least making that cubit on the way.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that cards could easily cause problems, so I really didn't want to lose 2 hard tricks. And I mean, even if I bid 4 diamonds, like, they don't show their singletons, they only show aces or voids, I think.
Okay.
So, like, I have no way to find out what happened.
Okay, I see. I see your point.
So, like, unless he has the ace of hearts, but then
But
he has less values elsewhere.
I'm not sure if it's good news or...
yeah, I think that would be bad news because, well, I
Probably.
needed like pretty much this hand, and I felt like
Then
I have
again,
a way
like-
to find it.
You really often find your partner with like king of clubs, king of diamonds, and ace of spades, and it's almost the only points you need if you presume that he has 4 clubs, which is actually pretty cool if you think about it.
Yep.
That's not a lot, and since he
Oh.
kind of said that he does have a lot, then
See, we have a Latvian viewer as well.
Sveiki.
So now it's been
It's very-
useful that we speak in English.
Oh, but what? Teamage, were you here all the time? All this time? And this is like good luck because I'm tired of listening to this jibber jabber.
Maybe he joined just right now. Let me see. I did write to. Did I? Oh, okay. Yeah, I did write that the stream has started.
By the way, this concurrent viewers, whatever it says, it's 6. It's like divided by 1,000,000, right?
Yes, it's 6 million fans. Okay.
From board 5.
Interesting that I can't see who actually is watching
Don't worry,
me from
Jans,
here.
we will switch to Latvian from board 25.
But yeah, new board. So I decided to overcall an ambitious one Notrum with the source of tricks and stopper in diamonds, obviously. And I got doubled. Now I'm known for
You
being
call
the
this
one no trump
ambi-
doubled guy,
Ambitious, some people would call it suspicious.
but I'm thinking like, what are the chances that I just lose 9 tricks in a major off the top? And it will be a bad score, because it's very likely that they have partner doesn't have a 5-card major. He would transfer here, so it's very likely that they have a major fit, and that they would make it.
Can I interrupt you for a moment?
Yes.
How much have you explored the area of sort of, let's say that if you retreated here with 2 clubs, that's sort of boring because,
Yes.
and even against human players,
Mhm.
there mostly people have agreements.
Mhm.
But what about retreating with a jump? Like there, very often with human players, you can just see how everything collapses. No one knows what doubles are.
Oh yeah. Often people, good pairs know. I would know. I'm not sure Mongoose would know.
Like I know with Adrian's, we played at, like he has this policy that whenever opponent jumps, they sort of know what they're doing, so
Yes.
takeouts become,
becomes
doubles become
Yes,
takeout.
exactly.
But like
2 level
it's just like a pragmatic agreement. I'm not saying it's a good one because if you knew it in the opposing line, you could easily exploit it.
Yes, yes. But robots aren't that introspective
But
into
have you
what.
tried anything like that against
Uh,
robots? Like
I'm
let's
not
say
sure.
jumping to 3 clubs here. Like what
I
would happen?
actually haven't. Like it just has like some nondescript meaning. But then again, like since I am the one no trump doubled guy, then I feel it would be wrong to my viewers to go away from this contract, especially since I have a source of tricks. Of course, this could go for 500, which would be bad, but I ain't no.
Mongoose
pussy.
bet has a side bet on. Oh my god, this hand is just perfect. They can still set it though, but
They probably can. They had a heart fit, as I called. Oh my god.
oh wow.
So
That'll
he
be so
he
sad
let
now
the
if suddenly the
clubs were
clubs
not.
are not splitting.
So
but-
wait, he let the 10, which is probably a doubleton. So I played the jack, ace. So he probably has queen 8. Queen, I'm very sure of, but 8 might not be there. Oh, well, it was. Okay.
It doesn't matter here.
Yeah, I need to play clubs. Just. Oh my god. Of course, passing one no trump doubled was correct. Like, there is no universe in which this is not correct. So
I mean, there might be some, but not this one.
not this one.
Where can we squeeze out an extra trick now?
Oh.
For the viewers, did he block something? Come on.
Heart. Does he have a
The deuce of hearts? Come on. Come on.
Almost.
This is unlucky, actually.
But yeah,
It
180.
felt like at some point.
And like I said, they can make 4 of a major. They had a fit, but obviously, source of tricks and one no trump doubled. And it makes, obviously,
Yeah.
I've never got a bad score from playing one no trump doubled, and today I did not start getting bad
Viewers
scores.
are getting ecstatic. Like this is vintage bridge.
Okay, so one no trump. I have a scrappy hand,
Can
but
you just double it maybe?
I feel like passing this one. Okay.
Balashov said you should have played small diamond and trick one. I thought you would have scored with a jack. Easy over trick.
Maybe.
Oh, okay, technically no over trick. They can always score like 7 tricks. No, 8 tricks.
Oh yeah, actually Balashov has a good point that I should have done that. Thanks for that, actually. Now I feel bad for not making an over trick. But it does seem very likely they would duck it and I would just take my clubs, but then they have more chances to make an error on this card, so actually that does make sense. Okay, so where were we? We have 4 diamond tricks, 3 club tricks. What will happen in spades? So let's think what the rest of the field might do. They might do Stayman with the plan to invite, because they did have 8 points, but it seemed kind of shit. And if they are doing that, then the only way that 3 no trumps makes is, well, with the spade finesse being on, and, well, expecting hearts not to lose too many tricks. So I feel like it's more correct to cash all my clubs and diamonds first, pitching a diamond from here and a spade, keeping like some resemblance of a heart stopper. Opponents have been pitching some spades and hearts, which is nice. And I think I should just finesse now, because I feel like they pitched enough hearts that they're not gonna take the rest of the tricks. And obviously the finesse is on and I go for 10 tricks. Which kind of sucks, because I should have invited and would have been in game. Again 180 from one no trump, but this time not the good one no trump. Diamond lead definitely helped. I mean, if they take 3 tricks in hearts and the club, then I just take 3 spades, 3 clubs, and 3 diamonds and hearts. So yeah, maybe should have bid game. Nice lead. Feels like one of those hands where you don't need to care about anything in the world. You can pitch 2 hearts without worries. Oh my god.
By the way, you vary a lot with your no trump openings and
Yes.
overcalls and so on. What's your sort of policy when it comes to upgrading 17 counts in natural system?
I mean, natural system is one thing, playing with robots is another thing. So I feel like playing with robots, you gain, at least PBO robots, you gain a huge advantage by just playing, by just bidding one no trump, and I do it with like decent 13s.
13, 18.
Yeah, I mean, like I did that one no trump overcall on a source of tricks with 12. Although, like, in some situations, I feel like I might do that in real life as well. With robots, like, the one no trump is very varied. I feel like you want to open one no trump most of the time, because that will lead the defense astray, and you generally tend to gain a trick more. But it depends. Here, funny hand. Opponents gained 690, but they should have gained 2140 or, well, 2000 if we preempt with 7 spades. Like, what? Oh yeah, and I also have a BBO plugin that shows me the par scores and everything, in case you were wondering where that comes from. So
You know me, I just never question anything.
yeah.
I was like, this seems normal, although I have never seen it.
Yeah. I mean, it's a nice plugin on the computer.
It is.
Oh, well, this can't be a bad score. Opponents didn't bid spade, so how bad can a spade jack be? Well, not terrible. Robot signals, I never understood what the 8 of spades would mean here. Like, I have no clue. and I missed the chance of playing 6 on a 9.
There is something written online about how robots try to single something, right?
Possibly, but I'm not aware. I've even tried to find something, but I haven't really found anything
No, it's like
really
maximum
useful.
1 page.
Yeah.
That's from the developers themselves.
Mm-hmm.
But they just, as I understand, they mostly just try to, how do I put this, like basically calculate based on the available information that's like this visible information, or
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I guess open information, I guess it's called in those games, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, here the 8 is like what, I lead the jack and you just voluntarily pitch the 8.
So this seems like he was trying to encourage or something.
Yeah, but like, it's so silly that the 8 is the encouraging card here because like, well, I mean, I could have a double to jack 9 and then now you just cause issues for yourself. Anyway, should have said it too, but I think 2 hearts did the trick. Did the trick. So this is a funny position.
You're right about us losing viewers, by the way.
Yes, it seems we are not entertaining.
Only 4
enough.
million left.
Maybe you can do some more promo. Maybe they just saw like how badly I bid this one no trump hand and they left. But this is actually an interesting problem because if we think about it, partner has a singleton spade and he didn't take out, which means he has at most like what, 10 points. Which means for some reason opponents are on 24 points and they are not bidding anything, so it's like weird. It's very likely partner might have like a singleton spade honor and this hand ends like 9 and this hand has like 14. That didn't go on because it's like 14 balanced. And then the question is, well, what should I lead from here? Because, well, on one hand my spades are very small, so I might want to diamond ruff. But it's not actually that likely that partner has the ace of diamonds or even the queen, so it seems a bit dangerous in match points. Like in imps, I think I just lead the king of diamonds when I go to set the contract. Because something good might happen. But then again, my trump length might mean like if I find partner suit, or we can tap east in trumps at least once, then they may have problems. So I feel like a club lead is best, which obviously it wasn't. And
You were right about singleton honor.
yeah.
I wanted to also sort of agree with that comment. Seems like a smart comment. I'm not sure what I would have led, but probably not a club. I actually didn't decide yet.
So the opponent is pitching hearts, which leads me to believe that he has the ace of diamonds, so I feel I should play hearts.
Also because like it's like if they don't have the ace of diamonds, then you just have a much better read available and so on. But they didn't.
What? How did?
Holy
what the
moly! I mean, that's one sort of like this is the loophole in the robot system where my hand is too good to make a bid. You know.
Yep.
I like how casually, like, you cannot bid on 1 spade, 2 spades, but you can easily bid on 3 diamonds, 4 diamonds, like 4 hearts. Like, no problem. I have like ace and a king. What else would I have? And here he has freaking ace, king, ace. Like, well, like a way better hand objectively.
Yeah. This
And-
is a place where you could use even like these leaping Michaels, like 4 diamonds showing diamonds and hearts.
If you have those agreements
Yeah.
that you and Adrian have, that
You have 5 losers. Like in this
the-
vulnerability, it's kind of but like
No, it's fine if you have the loser count
yeah.
agreement. If you have game forcing agreement, then this is definitely not enough for me at least. But if you
Yeah.
have the loser count, then it's like
And I mean most like depending on how you play, but 2 no trump could easily be 2 suits here, not just minors but 2 suits. 3 spades could be this hand like
I know that the
depending
you know
on-
the Dunno and Albert and Jasper, and they play it in such a way that it's 2 suits, but it's also like not just any two suits. It's like 3-3 or something. That's too much for me.
Yes.
Okay, maybe they do play it as 4-4 because in any hand you would have 3-3, right? Right, then no.
But yeah.
Viewer count has increased again. I guess our fans rejoined.
But yeah, the club lead definitely was not the best. Well, diamond lead would have worked out, but like considering the information available at the table and like making a fair assumption that partner would bid with this kind of a hand, then like
it's just like a redonkulous pass, like.
yeah.
But it was an interesting spot in terms like if we spoke about coaches and stuff and like let's say Tenno, like this is easily a hand I would sort of save, like the bidding and the hand, and now you just present it as a task, and sometimes it's not even the goal to give a final answer to what's the correct lead, but you want those kids to sort of go through the thinking process of like how do you actually even come up with a plausible lead that might be best here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can
and like what is all the information that is available
like
from the bidding.
For example, I really liked your point about partner having a singleton honor, and I wanted to like just be like +1, seems very logical. Like obviously he did have one.
Yeah, well, I mean, not quite the hand we imagined, but yeah, he did have a singleton honor. So
the hand he had is just like this is a partner I would play the last time with. Unless he's like playing for the first time.
well, I have still 32 more boards to go in this tournament, so. But let's jump to this board. So our casual 2-0 with normal 20 count, Stayman, hearts, spades. We get a jack of spades lead, and partner shows up with 4 points, and they are really not fitting well with our hand, which is not good. But how do we squeeze out the maximum? So I would like to develop tricks in diamonds. Like if diamonds are free and the heart finesse is on, what I could do is play like diamond, and I mean, if the doubleton jack drops or something, I could finesse the heart, play 10 and the diamond, and hope something good happens. But it seems like one of the hands where I should try and put in the robot with a spade, and maybe they will lead clubs, maybe they will lead diamonds for me, maybe they will lead hearts from the east side for whatever reason. So I'll try a spade and see what happens, because like I want the opponents to play spades and nothing really bad will happen to me. Okay, so 1 heart was pitched, 2 hearts were pitched, and he led from a doubleton. Now this one I gotta play, but here now I might have some interesting things to do. He pitched 2 hearts in a situation where he absolutely did not have to, and he knows I have heart length. So what did he have? Like, does he have massive length in the minors? And he just pitched his heart losers? That's a possibility. An annoying one, but a possibility. There's a good chance that if he has like 5-4 minors and 2-2 majors, he still leads the spade to get through dummy strength. But if he has 5 clubs, then this hand has 3. So what I could try and do is play a heart, finesse the diamond, he plays a club, and then I play heart into this hand, and nothing bad will happen. Okay, so he has another heart for whatever reason. He wouldn't pitch away from queen. He wouldn't pitch away that many, right? Because he pitched 2. If he had 4th queen 10-9 of hearts, then that just would not happen. So I should finesse a diamond, and I should draw the ace, and now I should take the rest of the tricks, sadly 1 off. Yep, there wasn't much that I could do on this board, except play 4 spades on this kind of a fit. Like, what the fuck? 4 spades makes. I have 3 spades losers, but...
By the way, when are we gonna reach the level where like you just casually look at the random holding in the beginning of the board, like queen 10-9 fourth, and you're like, well, I'm gonna just start pitching from here because then opponent will like misplay everything. Like it's technically sort of possible. You have to make some sort of guesstimations about how the opponent might start thinking after your pitches, but like it can be doable in some weird situations.
In some weird situations, maybe. But right now, yeah, my analysis about the diamonds was kind of good, but I don't have the entries. So, sadly, the Queen of Hearts was offside. So if I had got diamond to like play on that chance, then I would have lost 2 diamonds, 3 spades, a club, and probably a heart. So I think getting to 8 tricks here is actually a very good score.
I'm still disappointed that you didn't bid 4 spades.
Yes, definitely. So this doesn't look like a very inspiring hand. 4 of hearts lead, which again, let's take the queen. Let's do that.
You're getting comments from
Yes. Well,
angry spectators, kibitzers.
yes.
Okay.
Well, we got comments that we should both be visible, so there you go.
There you go. I'm imagining the viewer count is gonna sort of skyrocket now.
Yes, you can see here as well.
Yeah, but like it's still 6, but
Okay, wait, so
check it out.
wait, just a moment. So what happened? So partner led the heart to the ace. Now he played the diamond, which I took with the queen. Partner, then I led the 9 of hearts. Partner took the trick. That's the 8. Well, I can pitch a spade. Like that won't cost me anything, right? And now, oh my god, the robot thought that he must have the jack of diamonds. Well, he's gonna be in for a surprise. Or I might be in for a squeeze. That's also a possibility. Maybe partner has. Oh, and the 7 of diamonds in the last trick. It
still counts.
Yeah, it went 2 off, and the 7 of diamonds was in the last trick.
If the opponent takes the last 7 of diamonds with the ace, like it has to count.
So it says we should make 1 no trump and they should go 2 off. Well, I think 200 is pretty good on this board. I am happy about that. Well, this is a clear 1 spade opening, competitive raise. I have 3 small hearts. 3 small hearts in this position is very good because this opponent has 5. This one has, well, it says 4. Normally I would expect it can also have 3 after Michael's.
Almost need nothing.
Yeah, so partner definitely has, like, most likely a singleton heart, sometimes double tap.
Yeah, it would be annoying
and
if
I
it
just
doesn't, right?
have a perfect hand, right? Like I have very solid spades and a shortness in their other suit, which I assume to be diamonds. So it's 4 spades. And also one note for like if you know that the opposing hands are very distributional or like unbalanced, then you should generally try and be a bit more cautious about bidding on. Like this hand is a great hand. Like if I objectively knew that partner had a singleton heart, then all I would need for slam almost would be like king of clubs and the 4th spade and the ace of diamonds. So that would be 7 points, which would be nothing, but they would be excellent points.
And if you start analyzing it, it actually sort of is a lot.
Yeah, obviously. Partner now has a doubleton heart, so that's good news. But he does have 4 spades, which is nice. So it seems to be like a very boring hand where I will lose.
Try it.
6-9.
Steel and diamond.
It won't work. This one I know, like some of the things where you try and steal they work, but these things won't. So I mean here, classic 10 tricks opponent should be in a hard preempt, and like I said, this hand like can easily have like the bidding says like, oh yeah, 4 hearts, like it just plainly lies to your face. Obviously, I'm not saying this is a bad 4 heart bid, obviously, because 5 hearts like doubled would be the optimal score, but just like the descriptions and what actually comes up from the hand very often do not match. So this is a place where I just
By
want
the
to
way,
bid a
for pots, if your partner doubled two spades, would it be still something?
I think it would be
spade
point.
driven?
I don't think so. I
Oh,
think
that's
double
nice.
on Michael's is like points and
Yeah,
something.
I'm impressed.
I think so. I don't remember the system by heart, even though I played like 100,000 boards. But
I have seen a lot of sort of established players who have basically no agreement there, or like to the extent that double has to mean the suit, but they don't even know what the difference is between, like, let's say, bidding three spades, three hearts, or double, and so on. Like, this is like even way worse. Like,
yeah,
at least have some sort of an agreement, even though it's
yeah, like with
suboptimal,
Monglus, for example, here we even play transfers. So free clubs would be transfer to diamonds. Three diamonds is a transfer to hearts, which is a good raise, and three hearts is a transfer to clubs. And two no trumps would be Lebensalt, so it could be like a weak raise or generally like one minor. So you can play transfers here, and yeah.
Can I ask for your sort of rationale behind playing transfers here? Like, let me just explain my question. Like, it's a reasonably seldom occurring situation. So, could it be that since you always have to think anyway about the possible meanings of your bids on opponents' Michaels, then it actually sort of almost gives you the permission to play more complicated things, because you need to take like a moment anyway to figure out like what all the different bits mean, or it's a completely different thought process that went through your head when you started playing those transfers.
No, it's more like, well, we have transfers in all competitive situations, or most of them, and then we figured like, why is Michael's any different? And basically Michael's, like this situation in this bidding, you can equate to them bidding just two hearts, right? Except they take away our chance to bid two spades as a raise. But then again, they give us a chance to double to show that, hey, maybe we should double them in their free level contract. And then everything else is the same, basically. Assuming that hearts are their suit, and then the other scheme is just the same as after two hearts. So
sort of the heuristic is actually the fact that you play transfers anyway.
Yeah.
In your case.
Yes. And competitive transfers are like almost the next best thing since sliced bread, so you should play them whenever you can.
Who actually, like, I think
very few people play them.
No. This next best thing to sliced bread, like some video I was watching today, like used the exact same expression. It's quite the coincidence, actually.
Well, King of Diamonds lead seems best. Probably was. Maybe a hard day's lead would have been better. Like, actually it seems like opponents can... Okay, they can't make six. They can barely make this one. Huh. So, is there ever a chance where the diamond gives some rough and discard? No. There wasn't. Par score, nothing to do. Thanks for playing.
You're one board away from switching to Latvian, by the way. How's your Latvian? Is it...
Sveiki. Saldējums.
At least you didn't say saldējums, which is like a common mistake for Estonians.
So,
I'm pretty sure that some people make it on purpose. Like me.
So partner wanted us to lead spades, so we're gonna lead spades, and if he didn't want it, then he can go himself. That one didn't go well. He finessed the queen on the first round, and now he's like, I want to play the king. Think that's like one very, very silly thing about robots, that they take one finesse and then to secure it they don't take it the other round, which is, I think, just insane. Well, I'm gonna take this club trick, and I'm gonna take this heart trick, and I will take this diamond trick, and let's see what happens in spades. Well, partner takes that. Easy plus 50. That should be like 50% anyway. Ooh, that's an interesting hand. I know that when robots have majors, then 3 diamonds will always throw them off guard, or at least it gives us the best chance to throw them off guard. Well, that happened. Not much to do here, really. Can pitch a diamond. Maybe they ended up in a funny contract. Oh, that lead looks weird. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, he had one more. I'm not expecting that. Or maybe I should have. Well, 2 off.
I mean, even your clicking technique is just like wonderful to see. Like 2 last cards, and you're like, second to last card goes, and the next one is like insta play. Like, you people should see it. This is like.
Thank you. I am honored. So this is funny. If we look at the hand, then like 3 no makes and hearts should be 1 off. I think maybe something's confused the robot, but then again, it's quite a very annoying hand to play from their perspective. Like, they have an 8 card fit with 25 points, but everything is just like shit. If you look at all the spots and how things sit, it's a tricky hand, but I'm glad we got 200. If I bid 1 diamond and this hand doubles, partner passes, it goes probably 1 or 2 hearts, they still reach hearts, but there's a chance that they will take 1 more trick. But since I preempted, they didn't expect so many points, so probably messed something up there. So there's actually a good chance that this preempt worked out nicely for us. But I mean, we can see in the end. But we are currently at half time. I think I would like a quick toilet break and...
Sure. How does this work with the stream?
I mean, I can just keep it going and leave for 2 minutes, like nothing bad will happen.
They can entertain people.
Yes, but don't play, or...
No, of course not.
Might make things better if you do.
Come on, people. Speak in the chat. Expecting tons of comments now pouring in. Hello, dog.
So we have 1 more viewer.
Oh, the thing. Oh no. It's in the next. I understand your style differs probably quite a lot depending on who you're playing with. Like, I'm not just saying like robot versus human, but also human versus human.
Yes.
But like, how well have you defined in your own head those bids? For example, those 3 diamonds here as an overcall, but previously also the opening bid. Like, do you have some sort of rules that in your head are actually in specific brackets that you can like place different hands in different piles?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there a larger sort of this randomizing factor in play?
I think with robots, I tend to do whatever feels right. but the feeling tends to be consistent. It's actually one thing that Adrian has brought up to me, that like I do sometimes things that like in one situation I do them and in the other I don't, and like there are no really good rules that I follow, which may be influenced by what I do with robots. I think I've gotten better at it, but yeah, it's kind of hard to say. I wouldn't say I have rules, but I try and look at the hand and be like, okay, what is the source of tricks? Like, where do the tricks come from? What will be the problems for the opponents if I make this bid? In case it's like a preempt situation. And yeah, it depends. Like, sometimes you need to look left to the right, and then if you're playing robber bridge, then you also look at your partner, like who you're playing with, and then you decide like what seems to be the optimal solution. But yeah, I wouldn't say there are rules, but more like feelings. I'm vibing the situation. Definitely some people would say that's not optimal, but
I would strongly be in that group of people, yeah. But there's this thing about, like, it's actually very, very, very difficult, and like I'm not emphasizing it enough right now, to build a long-lasting partnership. It's very tough, and it has a lot to do with, of course, many factors, but one of them is this like inconsistency that people feel like almost no matter which partnership we're talking about, there's gonna be this relationship of a dominant and recessive, like a dominant and the recessive side of the partnership, and there will be many factors coming from that already. But if, let's say, and I feel like it's almost worse if you're the dominant side, that you do things that are very, like, either cannot be explained whatsoever in terms of rules, or are difficult to explain, or sort of differentiate those hands. That don't you understand that here I have the 10 of spades and in this hand I did not have it, and it changes everything. Like, I'm saying this as a joke, but there are actually people who would go as far as to like, make a point that like this 10 of spades changes everything.
You know, funny you should mention the exact card of the 10 of spades, because me and Manglus, we have an agreement, at least definitely in match points, that if the bidding goes strong 2 no trump and pass, you know, the situation that like one hand has a lot of points and the other hand doesn't have shit, which means it's very likely it's going down. Even if it's like 20-2, there's a good chance you will take like 7 tricks in declarer play. And so we have this agreement that if the fourth hand has the 10 of spades, they must double. And the reasoning for it is...
You didn't say one, like you meant 2 no, right?
Yes, 2 no.
Or did you? Maybe you actually said
strong 2 no trump pass.
Yeah.
So the idea is, if the opponents know, like, and if the opponents are reasonably good and they know like that, and if we're talking about maybe a tournament where they see a convention card, that you always double on fourth hand, then they can trap pass you with the pass, because they're like, okay, on principle I should double, so I just double and hope it goes down. But if the rule is the 10 of spades, then it's a card that's like marginally useful. It can be useful in defense if you know partner has the 10 of spades. And also opponents can't really trap you, because they're like, well, if he doesn't have the 10 of spades, then we're just playing 2 no trump on like whatever amount of points. So there's no trapping, but the 10 of spades is like our agreed card that if you have it, you must double. And it's like funny that you brought up this exact card for which we had this exact agreement. And like there is definitely logic behind it, because you know the balancing the 2 no doubled and 2 no being down if the points are very unevenly distributed. So that's actually a funny coincidence.
You could almost take this further, that like the issue with this specific situation is that, like, of course, in practice almost no one's gonna ask whether you have like 2 no pass forces a double, right? It's not gonna happen. But at the same time, like if we went that far and we did like actually agree this, which I think is in line with the rules of the game, then technically this like 10 of spades option you opted for, I think is inferior to the example of basically like throwing a coin or something. That like if when opponent asks like what are your agreements, like let's say 50% of the time we are doubling, 50% we are passing.
But that would be illegal, actually. I think having an agreement based on a coin flip is illegal. So you need an agreement that is, yeah, I think it's the same thing, like you can't play two-sided systems. So like if that side opens one no trump, we have this system, and if the other side opens, it's that system. Like you can't have that, because otherwise, you know, people playing with clients, they would just play a system that would allow them to play all of the time.
We are getting questions from angry spectators again.
So yeah, right now we are just chatting. So since it was halftime, we're taking a bit of a break and just chatting about life and whatever. But yeah, I think you're not allowed to have like this kind of probability-based system. What you could do is...
Then, by the way, then at least I would suggest you modify your agreement to having not like that the 10 of spades is not the only one, but you make it like super like inconsistent. Like on odd number boards we are looking whether you have major suit 10, and on even number we are looking at minor, like so that it's like you cannot actually,
there is,
you would win in court, but like it's still completely random.
Yeah, it I think that would be allowed, but the problem is, well, for one, you would need to count out all the possibilities and you would need to remember them. And when building a system, I've taken a principle that you should play a system that you remember on the 64th board of the day. And so it should be relatively simple and straightforward, and you should obviously practice it. Like I play competitive transfers and there are some situations come up. But if you have this agreement, which is very like, it's either this or this or this or this.
Just since we are like yapping anyway.
Yeah.
Regarding transfers and remembering them, I don't know if you have the same opinion, but like to me, one of the easiest ways is that you just have the agreement that, like, for example, like everywhere we play transfers or nowhere. So like, so you have no option but to sort of take the moment off to figure out what partner's bid means.
Yes.
So it actually, like, at least it might be still sort of, you know, like energy draining, but you lose the part of the, you know, like messing up completely because someone thought it's clubs and actually it's diamonds or whatever.
Yes. We do, with Mongols, we do play them everywhere. We play Transfer 11s all in competition. They're everywhere. So that's like also one thing I've taught another pair in Estonia. Also like competitive transfers. And it's like, you should basically put them in every situation you can. If you're already playing them, play Transfer 11s all after one no trump. All these things. So like, if it could ostensibly be a transfer, it's probably a transfer. Like that's a good approach to have if you're already playing them, because otherwise you need to do a lot of work and you need to be like a very experienced player, and you also need to have very good stamina, because one philosophy, like I said, think about like if you're playing the 64th hand of the day, what will you remember? What will you think of? Because that's where you leak the most, and if your system is consistent and simple, then you won't leak system-wise. You like won't reach a ridiculous contract because you had a misunderstanding. And like that's also the thing that like I feel, if you make a slightly more complicated system with players who are not like, let's say, very good, then the leaks that start happening when you get tired outweigh the benefits of the
course,
complication. So that's why I've taken the approach that play a simple thing that you will remember even if you're tired. Like, okay, maybe first when you haven't played it that much, you might make these mistakes, but if you've played for a year and you've practiced kind of regularly, then you shouldn't really have system fuck-ups as such, even on the last board of the day. So that's something I've like tried to teach, like I'm teaching the under 26 women's team, and I'm trying to also make a relatively simple system. And since they have about a year to practice, then I'm really hoping that there won't be any system like errors during the European Championship, but rather it might be like hand evaluation, like, okay, I thought this hand isn't as good, but maybe it was, or something like that. So, or obviously some mistakes on defense and declare play, like these can happen if you're tired, but like eliminating the like system mistake lost imps, it's actually a very, very huge value, and that can, like with, let's say, mid to good level players, only be achieved through a simple system. That is my opinion, and yeah. Plus, if you play a simple system, you have more ways to like express your creativity. So, like, if you have a very fixed system with very fixed things that is like a lot of memory work, then often you can't really be creative about your hands, and sometimes like that's one of the values of bridge.
Yeah, you sort of have these wake up partner bits.
Yeah, exactly, and sometimes you may lose that if you play like a very strict system with like very, very many agreements.
In theory, of course, it's better if everything is defined, but in practice things get more complicated very quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you already have like what, at least 80 sequences to reach one club redoubled, right? Like just like the combinatorial explosion of that is insane. So you just need like guiding principles, and as long as you have the principles in place and the base system that you both have practiced, that I feel is the best solution for like 99% of the pairs. And the marginal gains you get from these very specific sequences can sometimes outweigh the benefits if you forget them, because as also a friend of mine, Meili, said, like, the best system is the one that both partners remember the same, because if it's complicated, it's a good chance that one of them forgets and one of them remembers, and that's where you get these random minus like whatever 1,700 scores, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot the system, and that's just like 17 imps down the drain with a place you thought would optimize like 1 in 100 situations for like 5 imps, but now you just lost 17 because for no good reason really.
Yeah.
So after this small relay into our discussion, I think we can continue.
Yeah.
So this is a hand I feel like doubling because I have empty clubs, so I'll just double. Oh, this is not good.
A lot of people who
like
count the clubs.
Didn't I just say
also,
like...
you only have 3 majors, which is a problem. But
It is, but I'm not really afraid. You can't be afraid in life. And they reached hearts, which is
almost
nice.
like an educational board in terms of what to overcall, if to overcall.
Yep. I kind of...
And like, to the extent that I'm not sure. I feel like this is something one should be able to answer pretty quickly, but I honestly don't know. I feel like if I followed all my rules, I would have to pass.
Yeah, I mean, with at a normal table, I would definitely
There
pass.
are like many problems. Like, first of all, you have 3 clubs. Second of all, you don't have a 4-card major. Third, you have all your points in 2 suits, which is also not cool. I mean,
I know.
sure, that's like not that important for me, but those first 2 things already, and then you end up
I know.
at the conclusion, basically.
At real life
And
against...
also, opponent opened 1 heart, right? Wait,
No, one
I'm
club.
looking at the wrong
One
page.
club makes things easier.
That's why I
right?
was confused right now.
Yeah, so like at a real table I wouldn't bid, but against robots it's generally beneficial to throw something in the air because it's the two opposing robots that are not able to handle it rather than your middle hand opponent robot. Partner led their short club, which is fine. Okay. Things are happening.
There's also this expression
Wait, now I haven't counted the diamonds. Feels like he should have a heart. Yeah, he should have the jack of hearts.
So like Olavi had this expression, like it was specifically about one club opening, of course, but like his sort of idea was that you should never hide strength. So like if you have those 17 points, even if they're crappy ones, like come on, like just like don't fool around, open that one club and be done with it. And I guess like looking at the previous hand, if you're sitting in second seat, I know that robots are playing natural and I know they have no sort of interesting ways of preempting you out of the auction, but let's say that your opponent played this precision diamond, nebulous diamond, whatever, like Estonian system. Like you're in a much greater danger by passing than you are against natural system, because you are potentially like basically like putting your partnership out of the bidding if they do have some preemptive agreements. One diamond pass something and boom. What next?
Yeah, but your hand is crap. You probably don't want to play. If like in this situation West preempts and North has something.
But what? Like if you have this and your partner has 10, 11, 12, nothing meaningful, let's say.
Yeah, then it's okay. Then we let them play the preempt because there's nothing good happening for us on the free level. Like it's very likely we go 2 off.
But there's the issue that if your partner is only light in points but not necessarily in distribution,
then they will bid.
Will he now pick up the auction or not?
Like distributional hands should bid in this situation.
But you need to actually have talked about this for that to work.
But I mean that is just plus EV.
But it's not necessarily automatic.
It's not automatic, yeah, definitely, but against also one club. Wait, what was the board? Here, no. Against one club, there's a very good convention that you can play, which is called the Club and Soul, which would be basically that one diamond is any weak 07, and one major bids are like unlimited but from 8 and 4 cards, and 2 major jump is limited with 5 cards and like 8 to 10 points. And actually after one club, like natural one club and double, you have a very good way of determining your strength and fit, because that's actually a very common situation where people don't have a good agreement. Like let's say you don't have club and soul agreement, partner doubles, like what do you do with 9 points and a 4 card major? Like, do you always have to jump 2 major? Well, or do you bid 2 clubs to show strength? Or do you bid 1 major, which would be forcing? Like, do you have the agreement that it's always forcing? What do you do with 07s? Like, what do you do if you have 3 points and the 4 card major? Then you also bid 1 major. So it's actually a very funny spot where, like, people just don't have a good agreement and a good understanding of, like, what's going on and when do we have a fit. Like, because if partner jumps, you expect them to have 5 cards, but sometimes they have a hand that has 4 and doesn't have a better bid, unless 1 major is forcing. So Club and Soul actually solves some of these issues where you can easily find...
This is not what Raigo asked.
Yeah, but it's the same thing. So a viewer asked about what happens if opponent preempts 3 clubs and you double, and the other opponent passes. So there you can also play Club and Soul, where 3 diamonds is any weak hand, and 3 major shows like 8 to 9 points, 8 to 10. Because one of the problems after opponent preempts 3 clubs is that like with what hands should you bid 3 major and with what hands should you bid 4 major. And sometimes if you have like 9 points and you're like, if you decide to jump, partner has now 13 and you just go 1 off randomly. And the other times if you then decide to bid 3 major, partner has like 15 points and they're like, well, I'm not really gonna raise because it doesn't seem like we have enough. And so you play 3 major when you have 10 tricks. And well, diamonds are an irrelevant suit anyway. So what you can do after 3 clubs, so 3 clubs double pass, is play 3 diamonds as any weak bid, after which 3 hearts by opener would be like a pass or correct, so I had a regular takeout double bid, and any other bid would be strong, and that just works. It solves all of these issues in that situation.
Just in case someone didn't hear, Klabensol, so it's derived from Lebensol that we probably most of us know. I mean, all of the viewers, I would assume, have either heard or played Lebensol. So you just play it like a sort of one step further. Opponent preempts with 3 clubs, partner doubles, you have no option to bid 2 no trumps as Lebensol. So you're higher and you give up the 3 diamond bid.
Well, this is a stupid place because like, what the hell happened here? Partner bids 3 clubs and obviously has no values in clubs and the 7 card heart. Like, what the fuck is that?
What is this hand?
Like, obviously I see that like we have like 8 card heart fit, we have clubs on the side, I block diamonds and I have spades, we could get a club rough, and like this is just insane.
What would you open, by the way? 4 hearts seems automatic to me.
Yeah, to me as well. Like this hand 4 hearts, like get opponents out of spades as quickly as possible.
I mean, you have a single like it's almost too good for 4 hearts, but you're
no, it's not.
You're red versus green and so on.
And your second hand, like,
but like
this is automatic 4 hearts bid for me, and the robot is just absolutely stupid.
I mean, this is 4 hearts in any vulnerability.
But I mean, I have to double, right? I made a weak raise, partner still invited, and now I have like.
I mean, no human in the history of mankind would ever bid 3 clubs with this hand. That's the thing about robots. That's why we should not be worried about AI just yet.
Well,
I mean, you might not be the one to agree with this comment, but
let's say I agree. That was just
for the sake of the stream, right?
That was just absolutely insane 3 club bid. Like, what the hell?
But then again, you should totally expect the other table or tables or however this format works.
Like, I would imagine most, like...
Yeah, this seems like a normal contract.
Well, I mean, I had an option of bidding 2 spades here, because I have like a decent 5 card suit, but I hated it because like I have only 3 small hearts. Like if I had the jack 10 of hearts, I would probably bid 2 spades as good support. But since I only had crappy hearts, I decided 2 hearts. And given all the context, like this opponent passed after 3 clubs and now decided to bid, like that's just insane that partner has this hand. But oh well. Open 1 diamond, rebid 2 diamonds, 3 diamonds. I don't see us bidding game. Then again, okay, this opponent is strong, but with clubs. Like, let's say, hey, partner has king of spades, nothing in clubs, and queen of hearts. I still need a bit too much to make 5 diamonds. And partner has only ace of spades, but then again, he has the ace of hearts. Now a good question is what I should do in diamonds, because, well, this is a strong hand. I'm assuming 6 clubs. I'm assuming king, queen of spades, probably 3 spades. So there's an idea to finesse for the jack of diamonds. Here, it is a strong hand. Oh wait, let's count the points. So I had 9 and 12. This hand probably has something like 17. I would expect like 1 heart honor to be here, but it's still very likely that the jack of diamonds still resides in that hand. Well, I was wrong. Now there's a chance to still score tricks with my diamonds if the opponents lead my suits, which they don't seem to want to do. So he had 3 spades, 1 diamond, 6 clubs, probably 3 hearts. So now he will play a spade, which I'm forced to ruff, and so there still was some play for finessing the jack of diamonds, but like I didn't have a good way to first draw a round of trumps and then see what's going on. But yeah, it seemed like a bit likely that, like I said, Heart Honor was here, and based on that I figured like there's still a very, very good chance that this hand has a doubleton diamond. But you know, based on the bidding, it was a very good chance that the finesse is on, and maybe I should have taken it, but I'm just not that good. Plus there's an extra complication that with hearts I would need to play king and then ace, see the jack then drop and then play small, because if I play ace and then small then I always lose 2 hearts. But that I would do anyway probably. But then again, I would need to finesse on the first round. If this guy has a singleton jack, I'll be a freaking donkey. So yeah, I'm not too unhappy about being only in 3 diamonds. Like, what happens to 3 no trumps actually? If you finesse the diamond, then that would make. But if that fails, then you are very, very much. You take 5 diamonds, 2 hearts, a spade, and a club. Fuck. So 3 no trumps would have been actually the bid, but there was no good way to bid it, because I think I should have bid 3 diamonds. I think that's actually the solution to this, because I have a very good hand. Like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losers. I think I should have bid 3 diamonds. Partner could bid 3 no trump.
This is an area where I'm.
No, but I only have 5 losers, and they have like 6 tricks, almost 6 tricks. And obviously not against this distribution, but it's like actually a place where I should have bid 3 diamonds, and I just didn't think of it, which means I may be getting tired. But we have only 20 boards to go.
It's interesting that your partner still found the 3 diamonds, and maybe this should wake you up almost.
Maybe.
But then
again,
have no way of
they may have
for a club stopper.
Like if this is the king of spades, and if this is a card
it's
diamond,
it's sort of very. I don't know.
Like he has aces, which is the main thing.
Exactly,
Like I discussed, like if he has the king of spades and the ace of hearts, then we might make 5 diamonds, and I wasn't really expecting a good club stopper, which he did have in a way, but like everything about the hand kind of screamed that things are not going our way.
Well, that's correct. They didn't.
Well, this was kind of a random hand. Opponents make 3 hearts. We didn't blow any tricks, so 1 no trump, 2 diamonds. I have. This is a funny place. Like with robots, often when I have like 13 count with 5-4, I raise this to game and it makes. And with 17 but 4 3-3, it doesn't, which is just so very strange. But it's all about the sources of tricks and everything.
The fact that you actually know this as a statistic is crazy to me.
Yeah.
It just goes to show how many boards you have played.
Like I say, I've probably played in the vicinity of 100,000. But yeah, like I'm actually fairly certain that Reno is going down, but I kind of have to bid it because everyone will. And I mean, okay, now it's not going down, obviously, after this lead.
Making a lot of tricks.
I should be able to test the hearts, and now I can claim everything. So that was the hand.
So exactly how you imagined it would have gone down.
Like honestly, I would expect this hand to rebid 3 clubs.
How can he bit too no trips.
Yeah,
Like this
that's
is
insane
that's
to me.
That's just like that's beyond insane to me.
Like, how is this not a free club bid? Like, we didn't. Okay, we needed a little to make the slam because hearts are just like running. But if I had a doubleton heart, then and let's say 4-card diamond, then 6 clubs just almost always makes. Like, if you move 1 heart to be a diamond, then it's just like lay down 6 clubs. So, but I mean, I did have a bunch of aces and the king of clubs, which are perfect for playing a slamming clubs. So I did have a perfect hand, but still, how this is not a free club bid is insane to me. Good support in
Could
hearts.
this be also a hand that Adrians would maybe discourage from opening 1-0 because of the aces and everything?
No, because you don't really have 4 aces. Like, 4 aces are notorious for like, okay, you only have 4 tricks and everything, but here you just don't have a better bid. Like, obviously, I don't know what.
Interestingly enough, again, like due to having those aces, like slam instantly made, right? But of course, it's like just a coincidence.
It is a coincidence. So I would say with like this hand, it's definitely still just 1-0. I think with 4 aces, there's a different argument to be made because then you don't really have generally a source of tricks, at least if you're for triple free. But here, like if partner bid 3 clubs, and we had some agreements that I could show like I like clubs, I would definitely do that. Like I would bid 3 diamonds, I would bid whatever.
Which major he had.
And then he might show, they might make like another bid, like maybe there is a slam. And I would say, okay, yes, there probably is a slam, let's go for it. So, and because I have a very good hand for playing clubs and taking 12 tricks. But yeah, I think if partner bids 3 clubs, I show some encouragement, they show some encouragement, I show some more, they show a little bit more, then we're reaching 6 clubs. Which goes down because the hearts are not fitting.
That's what I just want to say, that he's technically not making.
What was the bidding? So that guy bid a diamond, and then a spade. Let's rough it. So what's going on in this board? I could try and rough out 2 clubs, but that would, 2 spades, but that would mess up my entry situation, and I have a bunch of discards on clubs. As long as things aren't very bad. So I think what is reasonable here is drawing 2 rounds of trumps. Or actually drawing a round of trumps, taking the ace of clubs and playing another trump. And then I can just test the clubs by playing the jack. And I can retain my entry. Actually, I should have maybe taken ace of hearts and then queen of hearts. Oh well. C'est la vie. Now I can safely do that. I can safely draw 1 more round of hearts. And now I can do that. So now the question is, this guy had 3 hearts, most likely 5 diamonds. Well, what happens if he had 4 diamonds? So if he had 4 diamonds, 2 clubs, 3 hearts, and 4 spades. So 4 spades are known. This guy has 5 spades. We had a total of 4 diamonds, so they have 9. Which means if he has 4 spades and 4 diamonds and 2 clubs. But the safety play is always to play small. And everything about the distribution is screaming to play small, so I should play small, right? Yep. So this is interesting.
This is interesting. I don't like the amount of spades you're holding.
Yes, but then again, I know often in these situations, robot might end up in too many spades if I bid 3 hearts, and they're...
No, I don't like it. Not a fan of it.
Maybe. But...
We'll see.
We'll see. Maybe I push them to 4 spades now.
Maybe I'm just getting too old, you know.
I mean, that's definitely true regardless.
Yeah.
Okay. Why didn't partner play a hard? Okay. Unlucky.
They're always gonna be in a
Yeah.
game, I guess.
I mean, if I bid 2 hearts,
Oh.
this hand still doubles. Partner laces the 3, he bids 3.
I mean, one thing is certain, it's not like you gained anything against anyone, but it's,
No,
it's likely you didn't lose.
It's actually a funny point that if you preempt too high, you might push opponents into contracts they would not otherwise reach.
Yeah, and this is one of those hands where you certainly see you don't want to push anyone anywhere because you have usually very, very few defensive tricks.
Yeah, but I mean, reasonably, if I bid 2 hearts and this hand doubles, like this hand always has value to bid 4 spades.
You know, there's this partnership in Latvia. I guess they're not playing anymore, but they had this agreement that they never open. Like, this is an overcall situation, but they never even open to win a major if they have a 3-card holding in the opposing major, which is an interesting agreement. Like, I'm not saying I'm pro this agreement, but it's an interesting one.
So this one was I maybe should have drawn the diamonds for a potential spade hard squeeze, but it's so unlikely that. Let's do a BBO claim. Nothing happened. Okay, one less.
BBO claim.
Yeah, well, if you haven't really counted everything out, then you should do a BBO claim just to see. Let's try 3 hearts again. That tends to do good things. I don't really like my heart combination. I'm afraid of like queen and ace here. Partner didn't do any bid for support. This 4 clubs can be a very generic on a 4 triple 3.
I wonder if anyone has analyzed bidding like 4 hearts in those spots. Like, since you know opponents have super often they actually have a fit. Like, it's difficult to even analyze it, but just as a random thought.
So that guy had the queen of hearts. Did he also have the ace? He did, so heart lead would not have been the greatest. What the fuck is going on? Okay. So that happened. Opponents can make 6 now. And right now we got 10 tricks in spades, so a heart lead would have definitely blown a trick, and the club lead was best. Note that. So a club lead was the only one that limited them to 11, and then everything else just kind of naturally followed.
And he could have ducked it to the opening lead, I mean. I mean, it was possible.
But now partner, led a heart, and the opponent misplayed. I took 10 tricks. I think that's fine. So this 14 in this position, against robots I tend to open 1-0. In practice against humans I wouldn't. Lebensall. So what do I have? I still like 3-0 better. Although there is probably some play for 4 free hearts, but...
This is like the spot where you just want to die.
No, I mean...
Crawl under a rock.
What do you mean? This is a perfect hand.
Perfect hand. Jeez. In these spots you tend to make like 100% assumption that if he didn't pop the king of clubs, he doesn't have it, yeah?
Pretty much.
It's a reasonable way to play.
Yeah, so he pitched 1 spade. So he has clubs actually. Let's try this.
How much have you analyzed these situations from a defender's perspective of like trying to be able to follow small in some, let's say, weirdish spots where you might look very silly if you do in some cases.
They just let me make free now. Yeah, come again. So
Like from your opponent's perspective, as I asked, you said that you since like East didn't play king, he doesn't have king, or like that's the presumption. How much have you analyzed those spots in, like from a defender's perspective?
they actually do reasonably often, surprisingly. Like robots at some point got an update that they will duck the king a fair percentage of the time, and they still haven't cracked like what situations exactly, but when previously you could make an assumption that they always hop the king, then now it's not so clear. Like there can be situations where they hold a 4-card suit with the king, and then they won't jump with it because they are very certain that the king is coming their way anyway.
Okay, no trust.
Yeah. So.
But there are many, like, sort of quoting Police Academy, many situations where in defense it's very tough to actually play the right card.
Yeah. But let's see.
The higher the level of play gets, this actually probably becomes the most complicated area of the game to learn. Like you have to take the presumption that your opponent is good enough to always declare the board sort of correctly, and then you level it from there and still try to, often enough, let's say, like it's impossible that you always get it right, and it's even impossible for you to often get it right, but from time to time you should be able to find those cards that actually give the declarer a problem.
Well, on this hand, it was pretty automatic declarer play. Take the ace of clubs, draw trumps. They didn't fit. Unblock the spades, give a heart. They destroyed my clubs, and now I just draw enough things that the opponents, for some reason, discard their diamonds and let me make the contract. That would be otherwise unmakeable. So that's nice. Clear one no trump opening. Okay, so we are playing one no trump. What's the trick here? We have 3 clubs.
What's the trick here?
So let's see. Nondescript diamond lead. I will always play a club. I will always get 3 club tricks. I will at most lose 3 hearts, always. So it might pay to duck a diamond just for the sake of it. And I want to take this one in hand because I generally want to maybe lead hearts from dummy. I should have played the 9, misplay, because now I dropped the 6. So now I actually am in a bit of a funny situation where if I don't take the diamond, I might not get it if they play spades and hearts, so I will just run with my winners. And let's see how it goes.
By the way, you might, or we might be doing something right, because the viewer count actually hasn't dropped that much.
Yeah, I mean,
probably even risen.
9 million viewers, that's nothing to
that's
scoff at, like.
Might be one of the most popular streams on YouTube.
Probably. I'm sure even Mr. Beast wouldn't get as many viewers.
Yeah.
So what's going on here? I am always losing a club.
Casual double finesse in diamonds.
That seems very unlikely. But let's look at the heart combination. So I'm only missing the king and the queen. And so I will lose a club. I will lose 2 hearts and maybe a diamond. So this hand bid clubs twice. And I have a combined total of 23 points. I'm expecting like 14 to be here, so this hand only has 3. It's likely that they have like a queen of diamonds, queen of hearts maybe. So one chance for hearts is that this hand has a singleton honor and then I only have one heart loser. But there's also the nuance that this hand has third king of spades. And then they might have 3 diamonds and a singleton heart. And I'm thinking like, I'm fairly sure East has the king of spades. But 2 pitches on spades, like if I played small towards the jack, for example, I would have 2 pitches on the ace queen, but 2 pitches in clubs might be useful. But then I always have a diamond loser, and then I lose what? It's more likely that this hand has short hearts, so I always lose 2 hearts, a spade and a diamond. So, but if I play the ace of clubs, play ace of spades, spade, now play a club, 6 towards the 9. This hand takes the trick. I get in with a heart and ruff a spade. Then if I play a small club for a ruff, then that might lead me to a position where I can pitch a diamond on the spade. So that seems like the only good way to play it. And there are, of course, some other chances that might develop from it. So let's
Know these
see.
people, the most important part of the hand, 6 to the 9.
Yes.
6 to the 9.
Oh, wait, what? So this hand had 5 spades? Oh no, 4 spades because one was already pitched. Well, that is definitely interesting. But the king, queen of hearts were here, so not much I could do. And both the diamonds, oh my god, this hand actually did have 6-5, but definitely not as many points as I imagined. And there were only 9 tricks to be had. And he did have the king of spades, as I guessed, so I think my line of not giving out the spade was still pretty good. Because, yeah, I would always...
What would you bid with the east hand on 1 diamond, by the way?
It's a good question.
It's a freaking crazy hand to bid.
It is. I mean, if you play some sort of guess them scheme where you can show all the 2 suitors, you would obviously do that,
let's
but
assume-
normal people don't do that. So, considering the quality difference in clubs and spades, I think I would start it with clubs. Also on the reasoning that if the bidding goes like hearts, hearts, now I will bid spades. And now I will have shown my hand. Because if this was clubs and hearts, well, you could do unusual no trump. It would be easy. But with this hand, I feel like bidding clubs with the plan of bidding spades on the next round would make sense, except for some reason the opponents bid spade. So I like 2 club bid in that sense. And then in this situation, even 3 clubs is fine. But yeah,
I'm known to sort of maybe underestimate the chances of game making in spots where partner has already passed. But I'm very sort of tempted to look at the hand from a perspective of just club preempt on whatever level. Like just because my partner has passed and they're not making a game almost ever, I feel like, which is not true actually. Then again, like, still, I would say I'm never expecting to reach game. Like, I have 0 aces and so on, and I just have clubs.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would, on 3rd seat, want to put as much pressure on my opponents as possible. So, it sort of feels like I would just choose some level of clubs and blast it on the table. Which level, I'm not so sure. It feels like 4 is also like almost
like,
safe.
the chance in spades, if partner has like 4 spades to the ace and nothing else, you would lose like what, a heart, a diamond, and the club, and that's it.
This is the weak part in my game. I know it for a certainty that I'm underestimating oftentimes those situations where even though my partner has passed, I should still look at the hand, like not from a defensive point of view, but still, like, even though I have a crappy hand, we need almost nothing to make game.
Mm-hmm.
and this is really important to wake up to. Like, I acknowledge that this is a weakness in my game. I have noticed it many times in real life. And I feel like this might be one of those hands where, looking at the club suit, I'm really tempted to sort of put as many
Yeah.
of them on the way as possible.
But it's the spades that are like, spades are so much better than hearts.
Of course, in practice, like, you will find the answer after the board has
Yeah, well,
been
of
played.
course.
Like, anything can be correct.
But let's come to this board. So it went an easy 1-2-4. But here it's a funny play. Opponent leads trumps. Again, in BBO Robots it's quite nondescript as to what it could be. But I feel like playing the 6 here is correct, because if he underlet the 7, then now I create the 10 of hearts entry, or the 6 will just take a trick. So I feel like playing the 6 is correct, and 10 of hearts did become an entry, so I was correct.
I noticed that we have started analyzing very strange things already.
No, it's fine. So now here, since I have an entry and I'm not really afraid of spade ruff, I will play a club, which they will jump in this situation. They play this.
Luckily for them.
They will do that. Okay, opponents were just like, let's not play this board anymore.
They might have been correct about it.
Well, they were.
I mean, there was a theoretical chance of not even getting a trick, I guess.
I think I actually.
Not in this specific board, but
I think. Yeah, playing the 6 was fine, and because I have an entry to dummy and I can always rough out the queen of clubs, but I wouldn't really know to do
from
that.
East's perspective, was it not possible that you're even holding, let's
It
say,
was,
queen
it
of
was.
queen of, so I think he was completely in line taking the ace of diamonds.
I think so.
It would be considered a mistake not to take it, I think.
Okay, so this is interesting. Partner, of course, doesn't continue diamonds. And opponents just have tell tricks off the top with nothing to do.
I tend to believe robots' claims, like I'm not even...
They are generally correct, I found. Although I've had a couple of instances where the claim isn't fully correct, like 100% chance, but
Oh, wow.
like considering the distribution, it's 100%. So I feel like either they have some knowledge or whatnot. But we are at 42 boards, which is also a very good number. 42, the meaning of life and everything, Hitchhiker's Guide to Galaxy. So maybe I think it's a good time to take a look back at the boards. We've been playing for about 2 hours. And see and try and estimate like what our score might be, because like with the final 8 boards, like if I see like it's been going completely crappy, then I just might want to shoot for the tops, because if I'm on 40%, it doesn't matter if I end up with 30. But if I'm on something like 55, I might want to give myself a chance to reach 60 with the final boards. So it's a good place with this format to like review the boards for a moment.
So this is just like your way of avoiding your intuition making a stupid decision of, let's say, presuming that you're doing crappy, but actually if you go through the boards,
Yeah.
you realize that, it's actually not that bad. I mean, I'm like not on 40, I'm probably on 55, and I'm just gonna continue like playing solid.
And this would give us like a good idea of like in the last boards whether we need to do something extraordinary or do something strange, or should we just play down the middle-ish. So first hand 3 no trump took 12, that's good. Second hand 3 no trump.
Evaluated it as, well, it wasn't like, I mean, it seems...
It's not bad. That's
casual bidding, casual playing, so
Yeah.
probably average-ish.
Yeah, well, which is not bad. Taking 10 tricks here, probably not bad, especially since I raised the game on a 6 count.
Oh, wait. This seems like... This seemed like...
You don't remember the board?
No, I do. That's the issue. Like, I think this was a good one, actually.
I think it was a good one, yeah. So I can actually open up...
So let's say 55, I would even give 80 on maybe the second one, or 75. There were many boards that I actually didn't follow, so that would be an issue, but the beginning I remember. I would give 55, 75, let's say.
Let's say 75. So this one I preempted 3 diamonds and maybe pushed opponents to 4 hearts, but then again, like I would say this is about 40. And in the end we can actually compare the tables. Like I'm writing them in a separate window, but we can compare them after after I finish playing all the boards, because I think it will show the provisional. So
let's count the points in the last one though.
It's 20 opposite 20.
Jesus, still like looking at the east hand, like, come on, the other board where like it didn't bid after 1 spade, 2 spades. Like, how is this any better? Like,
Yep.
red versus green, you find 4 hearts and you don't find the bid with 6, 5,
Yep.
ace, king, ace, and okay, you had some weird ass card in your opponent's suit, but who cares?
So
Jesus.
4 spades here I went down, so that's 15.
For the previous one, I would maybe give 30, so maybe put it 35.
Well, let's do 35. Yeah, sure. So this one definitely went down like a donkey, so that's a 15. 6 hearts with really nothing to do, so that's most likely just 50. 3 no trumps from that side, always making, if I preempt any other number of diamonds or if I do anything else, it's still very likely that they reach 3 no trumps from the correct side.
By the way, looking at the hand, we're playing with a human, I presume having 3-3 in majors would sort of keep you from preempting, or no?
Yes. Or maybe 2 diamonds, if that's available. But yeah, it's definitely a huge argument against opposite unpassed partner. If partner had passed, then I would actually even consider 4 diamonds, to be honest. So here 3 no trump, it feels like a bad score. I'm not sure which hand from they would end up playing it. So I would give it like 35 for the time being. Because, I mean, obviously if they played from the other side, it's just like 5 off. Here, nothing really special, so I mean we didn't really do anything, so that's 50. 3 spades in this position. I mean, I would expect people to not end up in 2 spades or in 3 diamonds, although 3 diamonds would be bad for us because it can go down. So it's not really a good score, but I would still put it at 40. 5 spades here. We did a 3 club preempt, but obviously they always have 11 tricks.
Can I stop you for a second?
Fine.
Make a prediction for the entirety of those boards, like what the average is going to be. Like, after we give our assumptions, which of course might be very wrong, but who cares?
Okay, well, I mean, it would be the sum of my assumptions, but my current feeling is we are trailing at around 53.
Okay.
So I will write that down, like, overall feeling. Do you have a feeling? Like, I can write that down as well?
Honestly, I really don't, because there were at least like 5 to 10 boards that just basically I didn't even follow.
But those are 50s, because they were probably very...
They might have not been.
Okay, but...
It would be a very random guess. Let's go for 50.
Okay, so you said 50. So let's see, board 9. Heart lead would set it, but I didn't find it. I only led a club, which partner doubled. We did push them to 5 spades. And I'm sure some people will find the heart lead, so I would put that at 35. This 3 diamonds was actually great for us, because opponents can obviously make 4 spades, so I would say that is 80.
But then again, at the same time, to me this feels like, oh wait, you had only 13, yeah?
Yeah. Not everyone opens 1 no, and I think...
Yeah, okay. If you had 14, then I would almost consider that
yeah,
everyone
but I had
does the same.
Yeah, but I had 13.
And even then I feel like maybe
I think
maybe those BBO gurus are very,
probably.
very similar to you in this regard, but let's go for 80, sure.
Yes, chat predicts 58,
Oh,
which
Jesus.
is just Rico. So Rico's prediction is...
Should we make a poll for those 8 million people?
Yes, if you have prediction for the score, you can guess it right now in the chat.
Rico, can you tell us in the chat whether you were just like making up a random number or you have followed everything?
So 11 opponents most likely reach 4 spades always, although if I did open...
This was the weird
No,
one.
this is weird because like you don't have to open a no trump. If you open a club and you get a 1 heart overcall...
Again, I think all the BBO gurus are going to open with no trump.
Yeah, probably.
But the question is whether they...
I would give it 45.
By the way, you're not correct. Like, I asked whether they had a chance to beat 4 anyway, and they actually did. You were inaccurate, no?
What do you mean?
If you pass, they still can bid 4 spades.
They can, but they won't.
What do you mean? Why?
This hand won't bid 4 spades on 3 spades here. That I am certain of.
Okay.
Because he passed 4 clubs.
I mean, I totally agree that East has underbid his hand by like, I don't know what's a reasonable magnitude
Yeah,
of expressing this, but
that is pretty... I would say 3.6.
I would understand 6 spades more than I understand 3 spades. Let's just put it this way. Or okay, first pass doesn't probably mean anything. So this is just like insane. And they are actually making 6, right?
Well, I mean, they need to drop the singleton king, which is...
Yeah.
So I would say I would put it at 45. But I'm afraid this one can be very much lower, but not much higher. So here I took 10 tricks in a situation where there are only 10 tricks to be had no matter what. But it required some technique in declare play, and if you go to finesse the diamonds, you might mess up your heart entry. So I would give it 60, like slightly above average.
The opening lead was what?
Well, here it was spade. Like
This is probably rather good than
it is,
bad for
but
you.
I think it is. But I'm pessimist, so let's put it at 60. So this one where we missed.
Can you please show me the last one again?
Why are you so slow?
But if you decided to finesse the diamonds and play clubs to the...
But that wouldn't help.
Okay, it's not gonna give you anything extra if you have 4 clubs, 4 diamonds.
5 diamonds. Yeah, 4 clubs. I can take 5 diamonds. Yeah, 4 clubs, 4 diamonds.
This par score is only considering the correct lead, and with this lead you can technically take 11, right? Technically.
Oh yeah. Let's put it at. But then again, there's a very huge danger if the club finesse is most likely offside.
No, I'm not saying there's a reasonable way of playing it like that. Yeah, okay, let's move on.
Let's put it at 60. So this one where we missed the club slam due to the splinter situation, I would not expect many people to bid it, but it's definitely not a good score.
Yeah.
I would expect everyone to bid 2 clubs. So, but some maniacs would, or like, not maniacs, but some very reasonable people would bid slam. So I would put it at 40.
Let's face it, there was no way of missing at least 5 clubs, and there was no way of taking less tricks, I think.
Yes.
So
Probably there was a way of taking
I
less
think
trick.
40 is a bit too generous, actually. I feel like closer to maybe 30.
Well, let's see. So this one, no trump, definitely was not bad. I would give that 90. That's for sure. I'm sure there are people who do the same.
Really? That's
Yeah.
I would give it 95.
This one I didn't invite on this crappy hand.
Wait, sorry, how many tables again?
180.
Give it 95.
Okay, let's give it 95. So actually 200, but so just I guess to mention, 100 people from BBO qualified and 100 people from FunBridge qualified, and now everyone plays 50 boards on both platforms, so that's 200. But some people got into the top 100 on both platforms, so that kind of takes some people out of it. So I would say like 190 probably is the number of players. So here I would say, let's say 95.
Next one is crappy.
Next one is crap. I would put it at like 25.
Yeah, like no.
Here they can always make that contract for that number of tricks, and there wasn't really much to do. I would say that's just
And
50.
the score was far off from par, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, but it's still 50. Like nothing else happens at any other
sure.
tables. Here I did a 2-heart preempt, and they reached 3 clubs, which went 1 off when, they wouldn't play 1 no trump, but they would, if I overcalled 1 heart, they would bid 2 clubs. Or I think they would bid 2 hearts, and this hand would bid 2 no trumps, and it would also be 1 off. I'm putting it at 50. I think like it's kind of average. Here, opponents play 2 spades. On a red card lead, we can set it. On a club lead, we don't. So we made the bad lead in a situation where probably nothing else happens. I would put it at like 35. Because I feel, given the information, club lead is the most reasonable. And obviously a spade lead is an option, but that also gives an over trick. Here, that was very standard, but I made a reasonable declare play for 8 tricks, so I would give it 65. There are very many options to go down to. Here we set the contract by 2, and I feel I defended it well by playing the Queen of Diamonds, so let's do 55. This 4 spades is very standard, so
And
I would
let you
give
continue alone for a brief moment. I will be right back.
So that 4 spades is 50. That 2 spades, I kind of didn't have much else to do. Took an over trick. I would put it at 60. This 4 spades, opponents reach and always make, and everyone opens a diamond, so that should be 50. Here they reach 3 no trump, which everyone will reach, and we did set it. I think that's also 50, because it feels pretty standard. This 4 hearts, everyone will reach 4 hearts. Unsure whether it will be set by 1 or 2. I think maybe some things happened due to my preempt, so I would put it at 65. Here we set 4 hearts, but that always happens because they won't find 3 no trumps on a 4 forfeit, so that's 50. This 3 no, they should have taken an over trick, but then again nothing really happened except maybe something in T-fence, so let's put it at 55. This one feels very normal to double 4 spades given the circumstances, but minus 590 is definitely not a good score, so I would put it at 30. I hope this isn't throwing people away. 6 spades with nothing to do, that's 50. 3 diamonds, where we could make 3 no trump, where I didn't find the 3 diamonds bid. And I also didn't find the Jack of Diamonds finesse, so I would put it at 30. Opponents can always make 3 hearts, nothing really for us to do, so I would put that at 50. 3 no trump by us, but never really a chance to find a slam, and everyone will also bid 3 no trump, so that's 50. 4 hearts, it's very unlikely people will go looking for a slam in this kind of a board. I did manage to finesse the Queen of Clubs, but that is so obvious, I would put it maybe at 55, probably at 53. This 4 spades, which can always be made, but we kind of pushed opponents to it a little bit because they only have a combined 22 count. I would say that's a bit bad, so let's put it at 35. This one, no trump, I took a bunch of over tricks for no good reason. But then again, it's an auction that is very likely to occur at other tables as well. But for the good declare play, let's reward ourselves with a 60. If I knew how to properly change the stream windows, I would, but since I haven't done the setup, then you're not seeing the table that I have. This 3 no trumps I made for no good reason, because the opponents let me make it and I played it badly. But then again, not everyone might open a no trump, so let's put it at 65. 4 hearts when I should only make 3, but then again that happens at all the tables, so let's put it at maybe 55. 1 no trump, 3 passes, 7 tricks. Some people, the hearts are not good, so I would put it at 50. Pretty average score, just take your 7 and go. Bidding 4 hearts here. There are chances to go 2 down if you're not careful, but I think people will be bidding the same way. So that should be, let's give it 50. This 4 hearts where it always makes from the north side, should be 50. And 6 hearts, which again always makes from the west side because I couldn't lead a club for a rough, that's a 50. And let's take an average. So, wait, did I miss a board? Did I actually miss a board? Because I only have 41 rows entered. I may have missed the board, but let's give that 50 because we don't have any clue. So the total sum currently is exactly 2100, which over 42 boards would be exactly 50%. So I may have been overestimating how I've been doing, and Raigo and Maisik were almost spot on, and Rico was terribly optimistic about how I was doing.
And I was exactly correct. I couldn't keep Come on.
So we have 8 boards to go, and we're sitting at about 50%. Which means it feels more likely that we should try and shoot for...
Really exactly 50?
Yes, I missed 1 board somehow, because I had 41.
Well, I will take my title.
Yes, but it is exactly 50 because the sum is 2100. Let's continue on. So this hand, like, against robots I might want to open 2 spades. But everything else screams that I shouldn't, so I won't. But now I have a perfect Michael spade available, obviously. Obviously. So they made a raise in diamonds. Not looking for hearts. Partner didn't double hearts, but they also didn't bid spades. So there's actually a good chance that a club lead might be the best. Let's see. Well, I mean, at least it didn't blow a trick. Maybe they will lead diamond? Well, no such luck. No such luck either. Another club for a rough. I see. So partner had 1 heart, 2 spades, 4 diamonds. can pitch that with safety. I should take that. I should take that. And yep. So club lead turned out to be the best. Opponents can actually make hearts, which they would find and they might make. So if I bid a spade, they double, they bid hearts. Maybe they bid 3 hearts, but I think 130 might be good here. So let's keep track and put 65 in. Let's raise preemptively. Let's bid spades. Oh, that didn't end up how I imagined. But it's not the worst contract I've been in. Okay. Okay, so I only lose the ace of spades. Okay, well that's nice. That 5 diamonds is not lay down, but definitely not so easy to find. People might be tempted to do other things, so I'll put that down as 65. It felt pretty good. Given the heart quality here, I would open a heart. And I would bid 2 hearts on the Druri. I do want to ruff a diamond, so spade and a diamond it is. Another spade. Another diamond. Question is, are spades 5-2? Are they really? Because if I ruff small and try and ruff the last diamond, that might work, but well, let's pitch a spade. Let's see. Oh, they even help me with clubs. That's nice of them. I think here I should just cash out for my 9 tricks and give them. Well, I mean, even if the finesse was on, they only had trumps left. And I could have made 3 no trump on this godforsaken hand. Because Jack 10 of hearts was dropping. That's a bit crazy. I would put that as 55. Oh, actually no. If people end up in no trump, that will be bad for me. So maybe let's say it's 35.
This is a nice hand.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 losers. That's 4 spades. Okay. Queen of clubs from that hand. That means they have what? They don't have both heart honors, otherwise they would have played one. I should draw the ace because if clubs are not sitting, then that's not nice. Okay. They also have the king. Unstuck this one. Let's play the 9 and the 6, obviously. And they had 4 spades, so most likely a singleton club. So I feel like the only chance to take my tricks is hope for a doubleton 10. But can I get away with cashing the ace first? I think I will. Oh, so a doubleton queen. That I was not expecting.
10 dropped.
It did. I maybe should have counted the diamonds more carefully. Oh, but he had 1 more diamond, so that's fine. But 1 off in a situation where, yeah, 1 off, they are also 1 off. It feels so wrong to not bid 4 spades.
No, it's an automatic bid.
I think, yeah. So here, since it seems we need to do something extraordinary, I would bid 1 no trump because I have a running suit. And it seems that nothing good would have come of our hearts. And they found like a diamond fit, obviously. They can pitch the heart on a club or not. Oh, so we did have a heart fit, but yep. So opponents technically could have played spades, but diamonds was better, and in hearts we only take 7 tricks, so obviously competing to 3 hearts. So let's say I open a heart, pass, probably 2 hearts, and this hand I think would bid 3 diamonds, knowing robots, and this hand would bid 3 hearts, and then I would be 2 off. So I think that might actually be good for us, so I would give it 75 actually. Spade to no trump, so he has a heart stopper, but not really very many hearts. I would want to lead diamond, but then again, what's the point? So let's lead a heart. Didn't blow a trick on first glance. Okay, so what's going on here? They will lead a diamond and then play a spade, and if I pitch spades I might end up in another tricky situation, but partner then again also has some spades, so I should pitch a spade. I can't afford to play the king of hearts. Now I think I just need to cash out my winners. Not sure what we could have done here. Well, it seems like nothing, really. Heart lead might have been even the best. Because if I get in somehow, then I would give that a 50. So this is a funny situation. I have some points and they're all crappy. If I bid 4 hearts, then they're gonna bid 4 spades, but then again they are probably gonna bid that anyway, so let's just do that.
Ooh,
Okay,
this is a bit unexpected. Still looks bad though.
it does. So I'm looking to lose a club, and how do I avoid the extra heart loser? Well, the only chance is if West has 2 of them and covers, which did not happen. Let's see. Unlucky. Obviously the queen. Of course East-West can make 6 no trump. And he actually had a very good spade hand. But I mean, they're not gonna reach it, but they are very likely to reach 4 spades if I don't do anything else, so I would give it 30. I feel like quite many people might bid 4 hearts in this position. And we are at the last hand, and we still have 7 million remaining viewers. Well, we have a singleton in hand, so that is time for more singleton. And yeah, let's see. 1 spade. Ugh, what a hand. I could double. Like this hand preempts and this one does it out of past hand. Like I could just bid a takeout double. I haven't been doing great thus far. Like my current average is 50 point something, so I need to shoot. I mean 5 clubs
you
isn't...
need to get like 3000% from one board.
So what? Let's see what happens with their 4 hearts. They lose a club, they lose a spade, and it seems like they will lose a diamond. So there's actually a very, very reasonable chance that 4 hearts makes, which it does, and 5 clubs is a very good preempt. And if I don't double it, which is definitely not an obvious move, then they will just play 4 hearts for just mate.
We
So
don't get a provisional score, right?
I think we should.
Oh.
So I would say this should be 65.
And our
But our eventual total is 55 instead of
Way
our
more.
predicted
50.
50.6. So 55.4 is actually quite workable. So let's say where we were wrong. The first hand 3 no trumps for 12 tricks. That one gained 90 when we predicted 55. So definitely way off there. The second hand 85, so we were a bit too pessimistic with our 75, so that's 85 here. Third hand was 50. It seems everyone reaches 4 hearts, so I was a bit pessimistic about that. Fourth hand we predicted 15 for going down, but we got 23. Fifth hand we predicted 50, but I've got only 46, which is pretty much average. Sixth hand we were predicting 35 for the weird situation, but it was actually 54. Seventh hand was 50, exactly as predicted. Eighth hand was 41% because opponents... Wait, what? Seventh hand, opponents bid for spades. That's weird. We put it as 40, seemingly a bad score, but it should be a pretty good score. But I mean, that gave us 50. Board number 8, we predicted to be 50 for variances, but it was... Oh, we predicted it to be 40, but it was 41, so that was pretty much spot on. Board number 9, we predicted 35, but it was 32. Board number 10, I predicted 80 for the 3 diamonds, but it was only 72, so I was a bit too optimistic about what people open 1 no trump with. Board 11 was 38.6, I was predicting 45, so a bit below what we expected. Board number 12 was 58 when we predicted 60, so kind of spot on. Board number 13 was the slam board, which gives us 92 when we were predicting 40. So it seems people don't bid
What
2
actually
clubs
happened
even.
there?
Like,
What must have been?
I think people may have, like, I have no clue how anything else might happen and how this board might give us 92.
And it's
Because
not
I was
impossible
expecting
to check,
people to bid slam, but it was 92 instead of 40.
Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, so this board, 1 no trump doubled, never a bad score, predicts 96, we put 95 down, so that was spot on. Board 15, the 1 no trump where I didn't make an invite, we predicted 25 and it was 28, so again, quite spot on. 16, where opponents played 3 no instead of 7 diamonds, we put 50, it was 55. 17, 3 clubs we predicted might be average, but it was actually 33. Board 18, where 2 spades happened and I made a bad lead. I predicted 35, but it was only 23. Board 19. So I played that 3 no trump pretty well. I estimated I would get 65, but I guess people always take 8 tricks. Board 20, setting the 1 no trump by 2, gave us 55, exactly as predicted. Board 21, playing 4 spades, was a 50, exactly as predicted. 22. So I predicted I would only get 60 for it, but I guess good declarer play granted me 84. Then 23, 4 spades gave us a 45 when I predicted an average, so a bit less for us. Setting the one no trump or 3 no trumps, we predicted an average but got 47, so pretty much spot on. Now setting 4 hearts by 2 here gave us only 35 when we predicted 65 due to our preempt, so definitely way off here. Board 26 gave us a 50, which was like a very linear board. Board 27, a good defense gave us 90% when we predicted 55. That's nice. 4 spades doubled was above average. So I don't know what happened here and how this could be above average. Maybe people preempt with 5 hearts and go 2 off, maybe. But even then that would be 500. So I have no clue how this board could be 55, but it is. 6 spades gave us only 43% somehow, so I guess people make a bid somewhere, or I don't know how this can be set. Board 30 we predicted below average because 3 no trumps can be made, but it was actually 55. Board 31, 3 hearts kind of always makes, and we expected an average, which it is. Board 32, made 3 no trumps, expected an average, but got 59. So I guess people don't bid 3 no trumps here. Maybe they took like a guess. 33. People, I guess, don't take the extra over trick, which I assumed they would, which is why we ended up with 72 instead of 55. This one felt a bit bad because we kind of pushed them, but it turned out that it's still 50 instead of 35. Board... wait, did I miss something? No. So this one no trump. Pretty much average. We predicted 60 but got 57, so kind of spot on. Here opponents played spades instead of no trump, which was pushed by our aggressive 3 hearts. We predicted 65, got 74, so kind of accurate. Here we made our 3 no trump, which I guess many people don't make because we got 83 instead of the predicted 55. Board 38, some 4 hearts. That again somehow people don't make. We predicted an average but got 70. 39 is just a 1 no trump, which I predicted an average, but I guess people got greedy and missed the trick, so that's 58 for us. Board 40, playing 4 hearts. 1 off is 80%. I predicted an average, so I guess people go 2 down, choosing another line. Board 41, just an average 4 hearts. We predicted an average, but it was actually 64. And 6 hearts, pretty average, got the 47. I guess people do something else. And now the final boards. They played 3 diamonds. Even though hearts would be way better. Yeah, as you can see, only in the final scores do I get bad scores, but I don't really feel like we did anything special. Like the Michaels here is kind of automatic. If they play hearts, they take 9 tricks, so I think getting here was a good score, but turns out that pushing them to play 3 diamonds instead of hearts was a bad score of only 26. So that's strange. This 5 diamonds was very good. I've expected more people to bid it, but guess not. Got rewarded. this 2 hearts was bad as I predicted. Although I think in real life I also bid heart here because I have such good heart quality. Sadly 3 no trumps makes, and 1 no trumps obviously also takes 9 tricks with reasonable declare play, so I guess that's why we only got to 17. Although like this one I don't even feel I went to do anything special. I think I would always bid 1 heart in this situation regardless of the current score.
Yeah.
This 4 spades was almost automatic, but obviously setting 4 hearts we expected 45 and even got 46. Now this one, opponents played 3 diamonds when they could, well, I mean, I guess it's the best score for them, but then again our hearts should have been 2 off on the 3 level, but maybe people managed to win the contract in 2 hearts and go 1 down for 100, so I expected 75, but it was only 27, so that's where there was a difference. This 2 no trump, not really much for us to do in defense. I expected an average, but it was 37.5. Then this board I expected it to be really bad, but I guess most people open 4 hearts, so instead of 30 it's a 45. And the last board, making the takeout double and taking the opponents away from 4 hearts, was an 89 instead of a 65. So ending up with 55 against one of the strongest online fields in the world does not feel terrible. Let me see if I can change or add a source for my table. So I'm not sure if you can see it, but here is the table. So the average of these was 50.6, and overall I feel that my prediction was the closest to any other, at least at that point. I think at that point it was even much higher, so Rico was even more correct. Rico had faith in me. So thank you, Rico, always believing in me. But in the end I managed to throw away a couple of match points, making my prediction just a tiny bit more correct. But over 50 boards, scattering 55%, I would say puts me somewhere in the top 40, I would imagine, because it's a reasonably large amount of boards. And yeah, I guess that is it. So for everyone still watching, thank you. Everyone who's stuck around for the whole analysis and everything. There will be another stream next week where I will be streaming the 50 boards on FunBridge. I will make an announcement about that as well. But other than that, I feel like we had quite a nice day. So thank you, Mazik, for co-commentating and being here for
Especially in the
chatter. So thanks, and
Adios.
see ya.